Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
What up, everybody? This is episode 109 of the iLLogical podcast. This is your boy Busby.
And over here is JC No Hats
and Martin.
What up? What's good?
Chilling like a motherfucking villain. You know what the fuck is going on right now?
All right, Gangsta Busby.
Nah, I just saw like a post by Karina and she has the like initials like YK and I had to like, what the fuck? Oh, you know what the fuck is going in right now.
Oh,
yeah. Speaking of Karina, yeah, shout out to Karina, man. Her song Knew What This Is really getting a lot of spins out here in the good old Bay on KML.
Yeah,
that's a huge look for her, man.
Sure.
You don't know good at this?
Yeah, she's real good at this.
Yeah,
yes.
but you not, because you said new at this. Like,
good at this. Well, apologies, Karina. It's good at this. She's real good at recording. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Go on, Apple Music, stream all that other shit. But yeah,
go to iHeartRadio just to bump it up even more.
That too.
For real.
Let's see what else. So I went to the movies this weekend. Y'all go to the movies?
Yep.
Damn.
Nah.
Well,
yeah, I went yesterday.
I just went for Venom, and that was pretty much
Venom. I still love that song. But I saw what you saw. I saw the new Halloween movie. It was so pretty much this is like the umpteenth remake of this damn movie. So this movie takes place after the first movie and just pretend 2, 3, and all the other ones has never happened.
Wait.
I thought somebody said it was after the second one.
Nope.
That's what I thought.
It's after the first one. Just pretend.
After the first one?
Yes.
So all the other shit
never happened. This is a reboot of part 2. I've never heard that. They're going to do that with Terminator 2 too. Well, not Terminator 2, but Terminator 3. They're going to do a reboot of that shit.
Really?
Yeah. They're going to pretend 3 and all the shit, Salvation, all that shit never happened. They're just going to do a whole reboot with Sarah Connor still being a badass. Then the whole premise of this one is that Jamie Lee Curtis's character is pretty much Sarah Connor. She's been preparing for his release. Like, I'm going to fuck this nigga up. And they're not brother and sister this time. They're like complete different people.
That's stupid.
So it's the remake of...
It's basically a new story.
It's a new story.
They just switched up the entire story.
Were they brother and sister in the first one?
Yeah.
No, in the second. They revealed they were brother and sister in the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but just pretend the second one didn't happen. They even mentioned, they even alluded to it. Like, yeah, there's a rumor they were brother and sister. And the daughter was like, nah, no, they weren't brother. That was just a rumor. So I'm like, okay. Anyway, overall, the movie, in my opinion, was alright.
Damn, so that means Busta Rhymes did all that for nothing.
He got his paycheck, man.
And LL.
He
got the money, though. He got the money. They got them check. But anyway, Halloween 2018 was just decent. Everyone said it was like the best one in the world. I love the movie. I'm a fan. I was just like, I wanted to like it. But it was just like, I don't know. The kills were just off. There was some shit that didn't make no fucking sense. Everything just seemed off. It was entertaining. I can give you that one. But it made a whole lot of money at the box office. They're going to do a sequel. So, and Jamie Lee Curtis was old as fuck. But did you see those pictures of her at the premiere, though?
Yeah, she looked right.
Oh fuck! She's not a milk. She's like a GIF. Grandma like to
Gilf, not GIF.
GIF, whatever. She gonna get this dick. Whatever. She was looking good. Like damn. She be like all the commercials seen her talking about eating that yogurt right back then. Shit, that did her body right.
What was the name of that yogurt again?
I don't know.
Yoplait.
It was something.
I don't know, man.
Between them titties, I can tell you that right now because they look good. But anyway, yeah, Halloween was decent, and y'all can go see it. Everyone's on my ass on Twitter because they were just like, "How can you not just say it's okay? It's fucking amazing." Honestly, I felt that the Rob Zombie one was better. Personally, I'm like the only minority that actually likes the Rob Zombie movie. I love the first one, like the original one, of course. And then there's the Rob Zombie.
The Rob Zombie first one was actually pretty damn good.
The
start of the second one was good too, and then it kind of
went. The start and the surf for when Michael's just he's
going to the dude in the middle of the parking lot, and he's just like, I can't help it. And he caught that nigga in the back of the shed.
And then when he started stabbing, and when he stabbed the black chick, just kept stabbing her, that shot to him just standing there with blood coming out. I was like, oh, that's gangster. Then it was just a dream. But yeah, Halloween 2 was cool until later on in the movie just went all over the fucking place. And I was like, okay, this is stupid. But yeah, Halloween, go see it. And another show I was watching on Netflix, I wanted to talk about it last week, but I hella forgot about it. Since Stranger Things is gone, they're trying to set everything up for the 4th season, whatever.
Right.
Netflix has another show just out of nowhere. It's called A Haunting at Hill House, based off a book that came out in like the 50s, some shit like that. And my niggas, you want to watch some creepy shit? This movie's creepy. This show is creepy as fuck.
Should I give spoilers?
Huh?
Should I give the spoilers some?
No, not really.
Right.
It's just, let's just say the first 9 episodes is just creepy as fuck. The 5th episode, though, I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say I'm a fan of twist endings. As soon as that shit ended, I got up and just clapped my fucking hands. Like, that was fucking genius. Give it a fucking Emmy.
That's what's up.
And, and then the 6th episode, they pull a Goodfellas, and the whole episode is one long-ass track shot.
Okay.
They even do, like, fucking flashbacks and all types of shit. It's even creepy. I'm like, oh, this is genius. Give it an Emmy. Everything was good until the last episode. I mean, the last episode was cool, but it was just like... turned into a CW episode.
Nah.
If you know, so I'm so glad y'all caught that. If y'all, you know what I mean when I say that.
Formerly CW, formerly UPN, underpaid niggas.
No, but when I say CW, it's like the whole teen aspect. It turned into like
it went family. Basically.
Almost, yeah, like a dark ass Full House episode.
That's horrible.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, if you watch, it's a great series, but just that last episode left like a sour taste in my mouth. I'm like, ugh,
it just wasn't the same. Like, right? That's what you're basically saying.
You gotta watch it. It's up for some people love it. Other ones are kind of just like, but A Haunting.
That just sounds funny. Like a dark ass Full House. I'm gonna kill you. How rude.
Aww, what the? Yeah, that's pretty much how it felt like. Like especially, dude. Especially the last 10 minutes, it was just like there was no like cliffhanger ending. Pretty much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, the first 9 episodes, boy, just all I'm saying, watch with the lights. If anyone listened to this, if you got creeped out of Hereditary, just watch with the lights on. Watch when the sun is up. Because if you watch when it's like dark and shit, you ain't sleeping.
Yeah.
So, good luck with that.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah. Y'all should watch it. You and Melissa should watch it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
When the sun's up.
Yeah, definitely. She ain't
scary ass.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't give a fuck.
She ain't gonna watch that shit at night.
Don't blame you. Yeah, I highly recommend. If you can't sleep at night, don't watch when the lights are out.
Actually, I don't even think I'll watch that with her at all. She still gets freaked out when she sees people on TV when they don't lock all their doors.
Also, there's another little.
I'm dead ass serious. She'll be like, lock the doors, and I'm like, yo, it's like 11 a.m. Why are people like they can have the screen open? Like, no, you gotta lock the doors. Motherfuckers is crazy out here.
And there's some Easter egg. There's Easter eggs in the show too. There's ghosts hidden throughout the whole series. Bro. Like they on like you kind of see them like kind of just staring at you and
Tupac
shit.
There?
Maybe.
Now, gentlemen.
What?
Gentlemen. You had my curiosity. Now you have my interest.
I tip.
Monsieur Candy.
Monsieur Candy?
Yeah, from Django. Remember when he...
Oh, yeah. I thought you getting all starting to sound like Pepe Le Pew and shit, nigga. Fuck.
Nah.
Man, that nigga was a rapist.
He definitely was, man. We used to cheer that. We used to cheer that motherfucker on. Like, why don't she just let him? Why don't she just give in? Like legit.
Yeah. Anyway, you went to them.
I'm saying, like,
let's go off that topic.
You the one that started it.
I know, but then you just said, let's just give in. Okay.
Yeah, when I was a kid, it was like, dang, why don't you just give the man a kiss? And
I didn't.
You're like, this is a fucking rapist ass fucking.
I knew that was weird when I was a kid too. I was like, why is he doing that?
And then it's funny though,
fucking Pepe Le Kelly.
I was watching some cartoons with my little nephew, right? Mm-hmm. And I was just realizing, I was like, man, they do not make cartoons for kids.
They make it for us.
No.
Yeah. Like the kids get distracted by like what's going on or whatever, but they don't understand the dialogue.
You ever go back and watch Rocko's Modern Life as an adult?
Or Ren and Stimpy?
Fam.
Really?
The creators of Ren and Stimpy made
the
Rocko's
second
Modern
episode,
Life.
I was like, damn, Mrs. Big Head was trying to give it all away. Mm-hmm. I was like, bruh. And then come to find out, it's the creators
of Ren and Stimpy.
No, that, and then it's the creators of SpongeBob that did
too.
Rocko.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Classics. Ren and Stimpy was way ahead of its time, man.
Stimpy!
Oh hell yeah!
You hear this?
I remember the episode when Stimpy was when Stimpy was getting all the fan mail and Ren was getting jealous, and then that whole dialogue of him in bed going like, "I smiled today." And then, like, these hands, how in the hands of millions. It was just like the most creepiest shit I've ever watched. I'm like, this is a kid's show?
When they used to zoom in on Ren all the time when his eyes would just be wide open,
all those blood veins.
His inner voice would be talking to himself, and Stimpy would just be slumped out, snoring on the other side. Yeah, that shit was wild.
That was a wild ass episode. I remember that. I'm gonna probably watch that later. That was just like, damn, this is for kids.
But now go back and watch Rocko.
Yeah,
you'll actually appreciate it more as an adult because you're like, damn, they really was talking to teenagers because that was the point. They were trying to make cartoons for college kids.
Oh,
pretty much potheads.
Okay. Yeah. Just so happened that it was decent enough for the kids.
I mean, if you have the splat, Rocko's Modern Life comes on late at night. Just light one up and just watch it.
Give me a hell yeah!
Old school Rugrats.
Yeah. Susie's still a gangster.
Anyway, so you saw a movie too.
Yeah, I went with the fam yesterday. We went to go see The Hate U Give, which of course is based on the book by Angie Thomas. Again, rest in peace to Audrey Wells, because she was the screenwriter. We talked about it. She passed away the day before the film came out.
A few days before the movie came out.
No, a day before.
It was a day before, I thought?
It was a day before the release, yeah.
Oh, that's probably the limited release shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Either way, it got released. And she didn't get to see it. Yeah. But George Tillman, a lot of people remember George Tillman from stuff he's done. He directed it. It was great all around. It's just one of those films where it's just going...
It's going to piss me off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a happy ending?
Nope. It's a hopeful ending. Actually, no. It's a very hopeful ending. It's a realistic ending.
I believe it.
But it paints everything in a good picture. Yeah, like it's not like one of those ones where you leave like just sad.
Because when you say a realistic ending, I mean you see how these stories
it's a
typically end. I'm just like,
it's a realistic ending where the shit happens. And then at the end of the day, you still got to move forward and live your life.
No, I just like how you just said that. Is it a happy ending? Nope.
Everybody who acted in this mug acted their asses off.
I saw Issa Rae was in it, so she did a good job too.
She held it down. She played the activist that helps Star find her voice because she's the main character. Yeah, and I can't not because the book's out. So like they've been talking about the book nonstop.
Yeah, I might see the movie like probably tomorrow
but yeah, it's centered around her and her friend Khalil, and then progresses. Obviously, you'll see how it comes into play. The actress that played Star though, she did great. Like hell of a round of applause for her. Every facet of it. Because sometimes when I'm watching the film, I'm kind of like, I wonder who else could have played this. After about the second scene that was really focused in on her and she had her lines, I was like, she was born to play this role.
Maybe Zendaya.
I wouldn't even give it to her. Like,
really?
The actress that played this, that was her role. Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
But you had Algie Smith, who of course was Ralph Tresvant Jr. in the New Edition biopic.
You had to make sure you put that in there.
Yeah, so I'm watching. I'm like, damn, Ralph Tresvant, why'd you do that, fam? Damn.
Oh, that's the nigga that made his fade?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's that. Is that up there with Ricky? Is he up there with Ricky?
No. No, Ricky was a dumbass. We're talking about Ricky from Boys in the Hood.
That's what we're talking about. They know.
If you know, you know. No, but Ricky was... I've been saying this for years. Like, Ricky... I felt bad when I was a kid. First of all, I saw Boys in the Hood when I was 2 years old. And it always haunted me. And then the older I got, and I was really rewatching it, I'm like, you're just a stupid ass. Like, really. Like, but first of all, you run away from guys that you know carry shotguns, and you're just like, oh, man, them niggas not gonna do nothing. Strike one. Strike 2, you actually stopped to take a piss.
Yeah, he did.
With the ice cream sandwich in your mouth. And then the third strike,
God just looking at you.
You walk away from taking that piss and scratch a lottery ticket.
Didn't even wash your hands.
Didn't wash your hands. Well, I mean, they're in an alley. Ain't nothing to wash.
You should get some water.
You're gonna buy some water just to waste that shit? Come on, man.
And then how I describe it to people, and people kind of say I'm cold, but another half of the people say, hey, man, it's true. Bro, you get a scholarship to USC, but you can't get a first down on 4th and life.
Going to hell, bro.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, but
I'm just saying.
But the dude Ricky, in this movie
at the end of the day, Ricky wasn't. You know, when you get older, you're just like, But okay. I don't feel as sad because and think about it too. He was always putting Doughboy in horrible situations when you actually think about it. The football, yeah. Doughboy had to go get the football.
Yeah.
When he stepped to the hell's the gangster's name? The one that ends up killing him.
Fuck.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. When they're at the Saturday night with the car show.
Got a problem, nigga?
Yeah, he has to come in and step in.
How do we go from the hate you give to Boys in the Hood? But I'm trying to make a point because the dude who got shot in the hate you give, the one I saw in the trailer, he gets out the car. The cop comes to get the car. I saw the trailer. He gets his fucking brush. I remember seeing that in the trailer. Like, why are you getting your brush? You old Chicago ass. Chicago poetic justice. Brush that weak ass fade.
Yeah, before all hell broke loose. And they left his ass on the cliff.
I always love saying that. Every time someone like with a weak ass fade comes to my mention, I was like, yeah, go brush that weak ass fade, Chicago. But yeah, he brushed.
Oh boy! Side note: they played the trailer for this movie.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Widows. Oh my god, I'm ready to see that opening day.
Yeah, I've seen it.
That shit looks fire.
But anyway, so old boy brushed his weak ass fade and then got shot, right?
Yeah. And then it picks up from there. Well, it's not like obviously that's not the funny part.
I know,
but it picks up from there because the conflict is that her and her brothers, they all go to a private school across town. She plays ball. She doesn't want to be seen as that poor girl that was with her friend when he got killed. Mm-hmm. Because it's hard to not describe it because the book's been out for a year.
Yeah.
But you come to find out, their third friend from when they were younger, she was killed.
Oh wow.
So she's seen both of their deaths.
Ooh.
So
that's brutal.
Right. So it deals with her
post-traumatic stress,
right,
and all that
and her trying
shit.
to figure out whether she should say something on his behalf, and everything plays together. But overall, it was great.
I remember someone on Twitter said when they first saw the trailer, like, "Man, get this Black Lives Matter meets 8 Mile shit up out of here." I laughed. It fucked up, but I laughed. But
that was good, man.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it was good.
So we all went. My sister and I could personally relate because there's some moments where she's talking with her private school friends and they just saying some shit just off the wall, and her and I were like, yeah, we done heard that before at school, just being in the private school system, like, yeah. So that's where it was triggering for, I don't know if it'll obviously be triggering for many people. Right. I think it was more so triggering for us because we actually experienced it firsthand and heard those conversations firsthand. We were like, yeah.
Yep, that happened.
Yep. No, round of applause for that film. I really liked that one. That was a good one.
I'm probably going to see it probably later on this week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then I was watching Netflix, and Larissa made me watch 3 Wives and One Husband, which is about Mormons in Utah. I always thought,
was it like a reality show?
Yeah, it's only like 4. It's only like 4 episodes.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. It's not like the typical TV reality show. It's more like a documentary.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay. Yeah,
like a docuseries. Yeah. I really didn't understand what the Mormon culture was about. I just knew like it was like a funny punchline that people used throughout the years. And then I actually saw how everything was going about, and I was like, "Oh, this is the white man's brainwashing bullshit." Mm-hmm. Like, that's all this is.
They all drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, in more ways than one. Like you get to the 3rd episode, you're like, "Wait, I'm sorry,
what? Huh?
I mean, do you want to know what it is?"
I'm not gonna watch it anytime soon.
So this cat has 3 wives.
Like, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah, ain't even a spoiler.
This cat has 3 wives. His brother had 2. His brother had cancer. He ends up dying.
Oh.
His dying wishes was that his brother married the 2 wives.
So he got 5 wives now?
Well, he gave them an option of what they wanted to do.
Okay.
But it was just the fact that was his brother's dying wish was, please marry my 2 wives and bang them something proper. Because then they started explaining. Then they had this explanation where it was like, yeah, because even though he's dead and he's beyond, even if me and the brother were to have children in the afterlife, they would still be his because we were still married first. And I was like, this is that white man's bullshit.
How about you just looking at Larissa? Just like, really?
I was looking at her and I was like, for real?
Like, this is what you want me to watch?
This is what this,
you gotta watch.
The first episode, I was in tune with it. I was like, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, let's see how this works.
No.
The second one, yeah. No. The second one, insecurities start popping in, and I'm like, this is just like white trash loving hip hop. Like, I can still correlate with this.
White trash loving hip hop.
And then it started getting to that, and I was like, ooh.
Wait a minute.
Up. No. Just, ugh. And then one of the widows, she started dating this full-bred Christian. Mm-hmm. And he came and visited The Rock. Because you got to remember, they got all these wives and they got all these kids. So I think the father that passed away, I think between the two wives, he had like 15 kids or something like that.
Damn.
And then how their housing situation is set up too. Like the first wife has the main house up top, and then the two side wives, because they're not officially on paper, because they're not a part of society, they're literally under a rock on the other side of the pretty much the state.
You just watched The Pimp and His Hoes. That's what you just watched.
No, because he was building houses. It wasn't like he was having them do work. Like, his work was to build the houses. And every time I watched it, I'm like, how the hell they got an iPhone there? Like, where's this top of the line water coming from? Like, who is sponsoring this shit?
White people.
And so yeah, his other two wives ended up sharing, like, I won't say sharing apartments, but like one had an apartment on this side, the other one had an apartment on this side. But it's this whole ass community. It was wild. Like,
that's crazy.
Well,
man.
I reached the point where we finished the third one, so I have to finish the fourth one because it's the final one.
Yeah,
but I'm just like,
you're like, might as well.
This is why y'all was getting mad at the kids at BYU for sleeping with people, but like y'all was getting upset with them for that. But this is what, all right, for sure.
We might as well mention this now since we're still on the Netflix topic. They canceled Luke Cage, man.
They did.
You get mad at me for not watching it, and then look what happens. That dab that killed it. Mm-hmm. That single-handedly killed the series. Yeah. They got him and Iron Fist. I didn't care about
What was the other show they canceled?
Iron Fist.
No, not the superhero one. The one with Jaden. Remember the hip hop one?
The hip hop one. Oh.
I know.
I didn't care about it.
I actually liked it.
I liked it. Second season was kind of but I was like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, they canceled that one. And I was like, well, damn. All right.
Yeah, they got a lot of backing for that. Black folks were really mad. And I'm like, well, I guess.
Aren't they going to try? Somebody was saying, well, they're canceling this, so you know what that means, right?
Oh, they're going to probably transition it over to what's it called? To the Disney, what's it called?
Well, no, that, but they were saying they were likely going to bring out Heroes for Hire.
What's Heroes for Hire?
It's literally like all of them, pretty much all the ones who aren't in the movies except for Hulk. They all form up and have their own little fucking Avengers.
They're like the Defenders.
Yeah, the Defenders.
Yeah, but they're called Heroes for Hire.
Oh,
because because the Defenders are only the four of them. Then they link up with other ones, and they're all called Heroes for Hire. It's some New Edition shit.
Like, you could have just said that. I would have gotten it.
At the end of the day, it's just some New Edition shit. But within the group.
But the new season of what's it called? Daredevil's out. So I'm gonna start watching that. I'm getting a lot of good reviews. But yeah, fucking BET Awards, hip hop awards were like last week. They showed the Vic Mensa freestyle. It wasn't that bad. People were getting mad for nothing.
I didn't think it was bad until somebody said, "Well, they actually cut out the parts that made it real bad." So
that's what they said.
So I was like, "Oh, well, all right."
They muted him.
Yeah, and then how he kept acting. Yeah, how he kept acting throughout the week too. I was like, yeah, you still don't get the benefit of the doubt, my G. Like, if that was the case,
Vic Mensa's trash, dude.
Yeah,
like seriously,
that sucks because we praised his album last year.
I was on it.
That's did we rank it? How
was ranked?
Wasn't speak on the dead like that, though, bro? Like, that's just doing
we ranked it, but it was low. Right. It was low.
Either way, it was ranked. You know what I mean?
I didn't go back to it, so it was a decent album too. Oh well.
Yeah, but you can't be speaking on the dead like that, like.
Yeah, nah.
That's why I always don't say nothing when it comes to Triple X. Oh yeah, another shit came out. I read somewhere that he was talking to a 14-year-old. Triple X.
The Get Down.
There we go.
Took me long enough.
Hey, round of applause for Martine.
Yay.
Finally.
Yeah, but I read somewhere that Triple X was before he died. He was talking to a 14-year-old or some shit. I was like, okay, well,
man.
That's why I don't say nothing about him. Just whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Anyway,
you know what I do talk about though? I talk about Reason.
Oh yeah, of course.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw his.
Boy,
I saw his
was
cypher, man.
spitting.
Man, that shit.
I'm like, just
Yeah,
Fire flame spitting.
That's what I'm saying. I really love that nigga's album, man.
Yeah,
I really love that dude's
Yeah.
album.
no, that album is great.
And that's just a demo.
Exactly.
That's just,
that album
crazy
to
part.
that album to him is honestly, and I'm not saying it's the same on the same level, but that album to him is what Section 80 was to Kendrick, where it wakes people up like
Easily.
He's coming, get prepared.
Yeah.
When we really put the juice on
Exactly.
him, when we get Soundwave and all them other niggas, when we have Kendrick by his side, oh
Right.
boy!
Yeah, exactly. Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
This shit had no affiliation with
And
TV.
the way
Right.
he's spitting on this shit, man, give him the right producers.
But I mean, that's
Boy.
just a testament to what we've been saying about TDE this entire time on this podcast, which
it's
is
a brand you can trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think Dreamville is probably the only one.
They're
where,
the only competitors.
Well, it's not even about competing. It's
Not but
they
the only ones that
they do artist development.
Yeah,
and they
pretty
do
much.
it well.
Yeah.
and they don't release them too. They don't release it if they know they care about your album,
Right.
Yeah, and like for example, SZA was like under wraps basically
For like
about
2
7
years.
And the thing was
7 years.
Seven,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Because she was
there.
part of the Good Kid, or the Bad Kid, Chill City, whatever shit that just recently came out.
Yeah.
Like so
Because-
about 7 years, dog.
Right, and because she had the song, I'm looking it up right now because I want to make sure it was her single off the S.
Was it S or Z?
EP.
Oh, Z. Yeah.
It was a Z. Was it Z?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Z.
Z.
That I was kind of skeptical on SZA when she came out. Like, was it when they really officially talked about it? It was like 2014 ish.
Yeah, so Babylon had a smooth buzz. Any other labels like, all right, let's drop an album right now.
Yeah.
Top Dog was like,
Nope.
yeah, nope. That was good, sis, but get your ass back in the studio.
Right.
And then
And
they-
she had to wait another 3 years until the album dropped.
So
Yeah.
bad that they had to take her hard drive away, and
Yeah.
they gave her control. They said they had to take her hard drive away because she kept rethinking and deleting songs, adding songs.
Right.
Yeah, take her hard drive. This is your album. You're done. You're done.
So when you think about a song like Babylon, which it had the right ingredients, great production, her songwriting was great, her singing was great,
ingredients were
Kendrick
just
was on there,
incredible.
had all the right ingredients. But when you have a label head who says you
No.
have it, it's just not ready.
Yeah.
We need you to get back in
Yeah.
and give us something ready, so that way we can produce something that is timeless. That says a lot to who you're working with or who's running. And it's like you said, they care about the albums. They don't care about
The singles.
the steam, or what your buzz
Or
is
the
now and how they're
buzz.
going to drop. Like, they don't care about that. They
Yeah.
want to make sure you're in a proper position, make shit pop.
Yeah, man. I mean, Kendrick is, well, if you think about it, he was J-Rock's hype man.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then Schoolboy was Kendrick's hype man. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just like they really don't miss. I mean, Absol's like probably the only one commercially that
Right.
hasn't really hit.
That's the
But-
only one that pisses me off because that dude could spit his
That's
ass
what I was
off.
about to say. Even though he's not commercial,
And I like
with it,
these days,
you know what I
man.
mean? Underground or lyrical, or for people like us, hip hop heads, like real hip hop heads, we fuck with that.
I'm the only one. I'm probably one of the only minorities that actually like these days. I like these days, man.
But
People
the thing
hated
is that
one.
only hardcore TDE fans know why he hasn't popped.
because
And that goes back to...
I mean, I feel like anybody who's like truly into hip hop really understands.
No.
It's just the fact that he's hip hop. He's not.
No.
with the commercial shit.
I'm talking about with... I forget his girl that...
his girl that passed.
when
yeah.
she died.
Oh, okay.
What's her name?
Yeah,
He was never the
Laura-
same.
Yes.
Alori Joe, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was never the same.
I didn't realize what you
He
were
released
losing.
two
My
albums
fault.
since then. There was These Days and there was another one. We talked about it.
It was...
We talked
Yeah,
about
no, it was
when,
because it was the
when
one with the
2014.
black background.
Yeah, when 2014 dropped, it was like this.
Yeah, do what thou wilt.
Do What I Will. Yep.
That was decent.
Yeah,
I like that one.
decent. Well,
I
reasons
just
for
like his music. Like, in
Well,
general,
since
like,
since
he's
we're
good.
still on
Yeah.
TDE right now, we might as well talk about this now. It's a 6-year anniversary of Good Kid, Mad City. 6 years, man. Time flies. Today is the anniversary, October 22nd.
I feel like we talked about it last year too.
We mentioned it.
Okay.
We just say, oh yeah, it's a 5-year anniversary of Good Kid, Mad City. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not much needs to be said from us because we've been calling it a classic since jump.
It happened.
So-
I just remember the day. I remember just that whole time period when everyone was saying, "What?" I remember people were just shocked on how good it was. Shit, even I was shocked. I remember as soon as I was done listening to it, I'm like, no. I
not
wasn't
gonna say I
shocked.
was shocked.
No, but just like how consistent the whole. Because Section 80 Section 80 was just like, okay, let's see how he sounds. And then I heard the features, I'm like, okay.
Oh, did you hear anything before him? Before Section 80?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
No. I remember listening to his features, and then I was like, okay.
No. I mean, did you listen to Overly Dedicated before Section 80, or you went back?
Section 80, and then
because Martine and I,
y'all
we heard Section 80, and we was like, all right, it's time.
It's time. It is time.
Like, suit up.
It's gonna happen.
I still remember when you told me about that shit.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh my, it was at JoJo's house.
Yeah.
we're recording and shit.
Yeah.
What song?
No, Section 80.
No, yeah, because I told him about it. I was like, yo, this is Cat Kendrick, dog. Like, he's...
Yeah, Section
like,
80 was the one.
I had mentioned, like, I remember him from the Games mixtapes.
Right,
back in the day.
Yeah. And I just remember hearing him. So then when I heard Good Kid, Mad City, I was listening, and I'm like, oh, this is like a movie. Oh, this is a movie. Okay, I heard something. And then when it was over with, I'm like, I heard something special. Then I really looked at the fucking cover art, and it said, a short film by Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, dude, love this album now. And I just remember everyone was so scared to give it perfect ratings because it was that damn day. Yeah. And every time I look at the reviews, they'll praise the album, and then they'll kind of nitpick one little thing about it. But it's like, there's nothing to nitpick. This is perfection. We're not used to this.
Yeah, no.
We were used to it with Kanye.
But it was like the first classic from the new
generation,
from the new era.
We thought it would come from Drake. We thought it would come from J. Cole. We thought it would come from one of them niggas. Right. But it came from him. Just a little.
Came from the dark-skinned nigga.
Came from the dark-skinned nigga from Compton.
Yeah.
Little short dude, too.
The black of the berry. We should have known. Yeah. Should have saw it.
Yep. I still can't rank them all. And it's just funny because.
Oh, Kendrick?
Yeah, I still can't do
his discography?
I can't do it. Still. I know. You've already talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, to Pimp a Butterfly to me is still. That's his magnum opus.
Yeah. It's still funny how he feels Damn is better than all of them. He feels Damn is better.
I mean,
but I think he's probably gonna feel about that when he drops the next one.
Yep.
Because you know what I mean? Like he's mentally in a different time frame. Because
I understand that, but to me, I mean, if you're just talking about listenability, you know what I mean? I know that's not a word, but I'm using that. Damn is that. It's like it's easy to listen to.
Straight to the point.
Obviously, if you listen to it front to back, you get one story. You listen to back to
you can even shuffle it. Maybe
you can.
Yeah.
I hated when I first did it because I was just like, oh, I hate listening to albums like that.
Yeah.
But I actually listened to it in shuffle the whole way through, and it was like, all right.
What did it end at? What did it end at?
I don't remember, man. How long ago that was? Shit.
Just making sure. But yeah, man, good man. This makes me wonder what the fuck is he? Whoa.
What happened?
This is some breaking wrestling news. Roman Reigns announced that he relinquished his Universal Championship because he's dealing with leukemia. Oh shit!
That is breaking news.
Oh.
Well then.
Drake.
The Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, I'm shocked right now.
That actually kills what I was gonna say.
What were you about to say?
Like it legit kills it.
Well, no, just say.
I was gonna go in and say, man, sing about me.
No,
dying of thirst.
Oh, damn. Yeah. You guys keep talking. I'm kind of shocked. Like I'm really in shock right now. Damn. Because WWE has their little shit in Saudi Arabia right now. Now they can't do the shit now. Oh, shit. That's just... Damn. Yeah. That sucks.
Prayers up to him.
Prayers up to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's
holy shit.
I know that shit runs in his family.
It does?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
You don't even watch wrestling. You know that?
Well, I told you. I kind of have...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. That the podcast just got dark. Good Kid, Mad City though. Great album, classic. I don't know where Kendrick goes from here. It's been almost 2 years since Damn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be 2 years in April.
Oh shit! Remember last time we said that? Because we were just randomly saying, yeah, it's been 2 years since Pimp a Butterfly, right? Like, yeah, it has. And then the Heart Part 4 happened.
He drops at the right time. Like Good Kid, Mad City between then and Pimp a Butterfly was 2.5 years. Pimp a Butterfly between Damn was just at 2 years.
I mean, honestly, with him, he has no time limit with me. He just, he has no time limit. He could take as long as possible. He could take 5 years. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want quality. Unlike Drake's ass who comes every fucking year. Hey, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. It's pretty
Promise that you
if
will.
If he takes 5 years, man.
About me.
Huh?
That's Drake. Promise that you will sing about me.
If he takes 5 years, I'm not gonna lie.
And then 2 months later, you still singing about me?
Where's the shit at?
And then the next day, hey, I'm over here. Sing about me.
And again, I'm coming out here for. Oh, speaking of Drake, that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I got a playlist. You want to sing about me? Sing about me on the playlist.
Views. You see me? Sing about me. I'm a Scorpion too. Get over here. You forget about me? No. No.
Hey man, I heard you got a child. Ooh, shut up. Shut up.
That's a good trade. Good Subway. So, damn, I'm still tripping about Roman Reigns. Damn, that sucks. Anyway, Drake. Fucking. I told y'all last week what was going to happen. I told y'all something was coming. Damn, I love being right sometimes.
Love being right all the time.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes I hate being right.
When you say some negative shit, but
no, when it comes to something
that you were kind of like,
I hope
rooting
something
for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's just keep it funky, bro.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I just love it because it just came in the middle of the night.
So where do you want to start? Because I say there's a few things. Yeah,
after the shop.
Well,
because we talked about the shop.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Well, I mean, the thing with this is we could continue on with Kendrick because this actually precedes everything that was talked about this week.
Mm-hmm. You want to go? Let's go to that. Let's go to the Kendrick shit first.
Okay,
so what was the one that I didn't want? I mean, Pusha T and Drake was something I wanted. You know,
we've always wanted Kendrick versus Drake. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I know. We all know deep down it's not going to happen because of Kendrick's overall platform and what his mind is focused on. But we know that if it gets brought to his door, he's not going to back down from it either.
Nope.
Exactly.
Oh, no.
And especially back then when he was still trying to make a name for himself.
Well, this is back when Good Kid, Mad.
It had already been out for a year, or at least some months.
So 2012 and None Was the Same came out 2013. So a few months.
Yeah. So Marcellus Wiley, who was of ESPN Sports Nation, I guess he's coming out with a book, and Hot New Hip Hop had tweeted about it, and he said that Marcellus actually vows to detail the interview that almost set off a war between Drake and Kendrick. So that right there, so everybody was already perking at attention for that.
Because he's talked about this before with Vlad, and he said that somebody said something that could have sparked it, but he didn't say who it was because their people deleted it.
Right.
Not only that, he said it on ESPN
He said it on ESPN, and there was a tape delay, and the person's people came in and said, yo, delete that. So everyone thought, no, it was Kendrick that did it. But then some part of me was like, I know who said it. I know who said it. Play Vincent Price. Say it! Rachel! Mother! Don't tell me I was watching some horror movie and some dude was like looking like a ghost was haunting him. And he was like, Mother? And I was just out of instinct, Mother! We'll get off the topic. Anyway.
I mean, you can't say mother without that, and then you can't let it lead into that without going to Michael! Marlon! Put up down the ball! Get a switch! You gonna get it!
You're gonna wake the dead!
Michael! Marlon!
They've been around the world. Go to bed, Joseph! Go to bed!
And then goes commercial. The Jacksons, The American Dream.
That's on Netflix.
Return.
It's like
in a moment.
In a moment. It's like 3 hours, 4 hours. Yeah. It's on Netflix.
Until then. Clear Pepsi, now available at a store near you.
Wow, Clear Pepsi.
Remember that?
Man, we old as hell.
That shit was disgusting as hell, too.
The Crystal Pepsi.
The Crystal,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah. That shit was trash.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was so fucking pissed off.
You spit that shit out like Triple H. Shit. I was trying to get into a serious topic.
We can never do that, man. I've given up on that with us.
No. We gotta go back. Drake. Okay. Marcus Rowley. Okay, so he just said that somebody said something that would have sparked between them.
Right.
So then, when that tweet came out, somebody tweeted out and said, and added him and said, I'm going to be the JC, quote. Look how you say quote.
Tell him.
Quote. Quote. Drake basically said he makes music for a worldwide audience and that K-Dot makes music for people in Compton. And if K-Dot was with the shits, Drake was down to get it cracking. I was there that day. You interviewed KD that episode too. The show was on a tape delay. End quote. So then when I saw, and then what confirmed it even more is that how do you say his name? Marcellus faved the tweet.
Yeah, and he responded to it too. He responded with the sunglasses emoji.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
He faved it and responded to it, and I was like, so then to me that confirms everything. Right. To me, it confirms what I suspected. It confirms everything because I always said that the language was a subliminal to Kendrick on Nothing Was the Same. That was his response to Control.
It was the same
language.
Dropped in what, October?
Huh?
Nothing Was the Same dropped in what, October?
October is November.
Because I remember Control dropped August.
Yep.
Because I was at training camp.
Yep. It dropped in August. And then I remember everyone talking
about it. Was it September that Nothing Was the Same drop? I feel like it was either at the end of September or the start of October.
Somewhere around September.
Yeah.
I know it was around that time.
Yeah, around that time area, exactly. It was around September. It was
remember the immediate response after that's when Drake put out the track with 2 Chainz and Big Sean.
The shit remix. I think that was before.
The All Me. Remember that came immediately right after,
somewhere around there,
and then they were pushing that as like a bonus single. It was bonus track single,
bonus tracks, yeah.
And then that's when
I also remember when they were trying to. I remember that the album got pushed back like a week. Nothing Was the Same. It got pushed back a week, and I remember that's when a rumor came out that Drake was quote unquote very upset about what Kendrick said on Control, that he was going to do a response record, and then it got pushed back, and then I listened to the album, and I heard the language, and the first word I heard was like, I don't know why your shit is not that inspiring. I was like, that's a Kendrick? And the way he just kept rapping with the whole Migos flow, I just knew, you're talking to Kendrick, you're trying to bait him. And everyone's like, oh, you're crazy. I'm like, no, he's talking to Kendrick. And then all the shit that was coming out along that time period. And like what else? The Lucy's that were coming out. Like I said, I felt there was something that triggered him to release all those.
I wouldn't be surprised if we go back and listen to 0 to 100.
That was probably some shots on there.
Yeah, if there was some in there as well.
There was, he was something on the shit remix when he said, "I went out to your home, you're my son there."
Yeah.
And then I was just like, oh, and Kendrick sent some little sub shots too. The whole jokes on you and put you back in your pajama pants shit. Mm-hmm. And then some people were saying that on To Pimp a Butterfly, there was that song, You Ain't Gotta Lie, was a whole subliminal to Drake.
Yeah.
I was like, fans really suspected that.
Well, because they believe it was that because of because of 100. Yeah. Even though Game's album came out later.
Yeah.
Wait.
Game came out after.
What's the time frame of 100?
To Pimp a Butterfly came out. No, To Pimp a Butterfly, and then 100 came out right after that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So then that means 100 would be. That means Drake probably saw that the same way, including,
the King.
But a rapper with a ghostwriter. What the fuck happened?
That was so foreshadowing. That's so crazy thinking back. He foreshadowed it.
I wouldn't tell.
Like he knew. He knew everything. He could have did exactly what Meek did or what Pusha did, if not worse. But he was like, I'm gonna be a better person. I'm gonna let the universe handle it. In more ways than one.
And how did he finish that verse off too?
And the rapper with a ghostwriter. What the fuck happened?
That's what I want to tell. We'll sell some bars like they got the bottom bucket of a 2-man sale. Something's in the water.
Something's in the water.
But what is it? How does it end?
Rather be a bum than oh yeah.
I'd rather be a bum than a motherfucking baller. Who was balling big at that time?
Rather be a bum than a motherfucking baller. Oh yeah. Bitch, where were you when I was walking?
Which possibly leads to him thinking, oh, he's probably talking to me on the language. I don't know why you're not so inspired.
He knew.
Yeah.
And then we have 100, and that was a whole subliminal to Kendrick too.
Even the
video. The video Game having Drake out in Compton.
Right.
With his people. And if we want to talk about the layers of that on Black Boy Fly, fucking Kendrick looks up to Game. And Game's on there, and Game was on 100 saying he has OVO and Drake's back and has him in Compton, and you have Drake on there saying, I would have half your fan base if I talk about some Compton shit. And then you going on there saying shit like, what else was he saying? The whole, you only make music for niggas in Compton. I make worldwide music.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're hiding the whole world from your child too, nigga.
So there's that.
Yeah.
So then we fast forward to the start of the week, or let's say the start of last week. Because Styles P went on to Hot 97. Because, of course, I finally listened to his and Dave East's album. Dave East sounds great
He does.
He has somebody lined with him and he can rely on.
Because if y'all listen to the podcast for a long time, me and JC gave Davey so many chances.
Oh yeah,
gave him 2 chances, and then two. And then when we both came back and said, "Did you listen to it?" Yeah, and we were both like, "Yeah," and then we just shitted on him. Well, not really shitted on him. Just said he's not for us.
And what didn't help was the final straw was that he dropped the same week as ASAP 12e. Nobody was talking about 12e.
Nope.
But you and I were like, how the hell are you both from New York? But 12e just like literally pretty much dropped an Illmatic compared to what you just dropped.
Forgettable.
Like that's what it was. That's what made me start looking at Davies like, nah, you ain't got it like that, bro.
He still don't.
And then when people started telling me they were going to his shows and he just had 15 niggas on stage.
That's what he
wasn't
still does.
Really rapping, he was just pulling chicks, which I'm not mad at. You know?
Yeah, it ain't nothing
that's
wrong
your
with
groove to get in where you fit in. But I'm not going to look at you in that light. But in this case, when he's actually with a rapper, and I think it's actually when it's an OG, he plays his role real well.
I believe you always said when he's featured on a track, he actually comes correct.
Yeah.
So we'll give him that.
Yeah. So the Ghost was there, and he was with Ebro, and
they were talking about the whole beef between Pusha and Aubrey.
Right, and of course, for those who aren't up on game, Styles P, of course, was in the midst of the East Coast, West Coast, and he was with the party that was immediately being dealt with from Pac's side, which was Big and Bad Boy. They were like, man, that's crazy when he was just a baby at that time in hip-hop terms, being with the Lox. Right. So they started talking, and he's like, look, I've been in beef. I've been in beef as a baby. I've been in beef as one of the guys, because everybody remembers when it was Kiss versus Beans. Styles came out and had one of the coldest diss bars you could imagine going at Beans. And so as they're talking, he's like, yeah, the thing of it is that, look, I like Drake. He makes great music. I fuck with it.
But there's no rules.
But there's no rules in rap beef. And honestly, he shouldn't even be involved with this because he's more of a pop act.
And he has ghostwriters.
But he goes, and I'm not saying that in disrespect.
Being a pop act.
Yeah. Right. And he's like, I'm not saying it to be disrespectful. I'm calling it for what it is. Like, and that's the thing where we've reached. It's you get the same thing when it's Drake and LeBron, where it's like, you can praise them all you want, but as soon as you say one bad thing, that's all the stands focus on.
I just like that part he said where he's like, be up there. You're beautiful up there. And when he said it dead ass serious, don't come down here. Just stay up there. You're beautiful up there. I'm going to say that to a female. Just stay up there, shorty. You beautiful up there.
I mean, that's the thing, is that when we get down to the nitty gritty with beef, usually throughout history of this beautiful culture we call hip hop, the beef is stemming from something that goes far beyond wax. Like, it is on some street shit. Traditionally. Yeah. So what he's saying is that, like, if you want to have a feud, like, cool, but you're dealing with somebody that's from the streets and still deals in late 80s and 90s tactics when it comes to beef. Yep. Right. And you're not prepared for that.
At all.
So stay where you are. Because where you are is great.
You're beautiful up there.
Right. and a lot of people missed it. In hindsight, I caught what he was saying, which was what a lot of people aspire to be that. But you're dealing with somebody who doesn't aspire to be that. Right. So for him, there's nothing to lose.
Exactly. None.
So you're playing a losing game just off that fact. Whether you out-rap him or not, you're now opening doors where it could go deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole.
Especially when you wanted to smoke and you made it personal from jump.
So then, of course, then people start. I thought I was
but back then when he made it, personal, quote unquote, it was but he he didn't realize what was going on.
He didn't think,
he really didn't.
He didn't think Pusha was going to do it. That's why he thought he was dealing with Meek. That's what happened. Drake thought he was going to do the same shit he did to Meek. He was going to do to Pusha, and he thought he could two birds with one stone it and go about his merry way.
Right. No. So then, of course, I was tripping out because I'm like, okay. Now I know what's coming next. I go on Twitter.
You know what's coming. All the bars.
The stands are the Aubrey's Angels attack. And
Aubrey's Angels attack. So Aubrey's Angels attack. Shit. Aubrey's Angels attack. That sounds like Mars attack. Aubrey's Angels attacks. Oh shit.
So. But then as I'm paying, like, my mind's off it because I'm like, okay, of course Styles is gonna say he's an OG. Ice comes on Twitter, of course, @officially Ice, who's Joe Budden's boy, and he just says, "Yo, I think y'all really gonna like tomorrow. I know y'all gonna be entertained with tomorrow's podcast."
He said it, and then I saw it, and I'm going like, he's like, "Man, y'all gonna love this shit," and I'm going like, "Oh, what's going on?"
So when he said that, I'm like, "Okay, something big's about to take place."
And then all of a sudden, I see Big Business, and he said, "Yo," he's like, Pusha T gonna be on the Joe Budden podcast,
and of course he's been trolling like the last few days, so I'm like.
Then he sends, and then all of a sudden he sends,
and then the picture pops up, and
I sent it in the group chat, and all I said was checkmate. That's all that was. That was checkmate. You go to LeBron, I go here. Now I've talked about this. What Pusha T is doing is he is mastering the 48 laws of power, and what we're seeing is Law 44, the mirror effect. He has been matching Drake's energy every step of the way. Drake made it personal. I make it extremely personal. You go to talk to LeBron about some shit that you don't have the receipts for? Okay, I'm going to go talk to the biggest hip-hop podcast out there, and I'm going to bring my receipts for it.
Boy, he brings some goddamn receipts.
And what makes it
Hold on, time out. This is what happened in the streets when he showed up.
He sat on that couch. And what makes it even funnier was that if you guys still listen to Joe Budden's podcast, if y'all keep up with the shit, Drake is cool with Joe Budden now. Mm-hmm. He's cool with Joe, Rory, Mal. He's cool with that. What OVO I saw...
OVO Mall,
whatever. No, but from what I've seen, he's cool with them. So he's looking at it. So I'm thinking Drake's looking at it like, oh, I got them in my back pocket. Right. I gave them tickets to my concert. I'd be DMing them and all this other stuff. Like, he's treated them like they're a hoe. That's what he treats them like a female. If I give them just enough, they're going to be by my side. I can possibly go on their show. Because I told you guys, he needs to talk to Joe. He's the only person he should talk to. Nah. Like my friend told me, one of my friends, Gabby, told me, like, nah, he likes to be surrounded by money. So he went to talk to LeBron. I mean, chess move. It was a chess move. He wanted everybody to see it, but he would have got the same audience.
The problem was...
He probably would have got a bigger audience.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. It wasn't the issue that he wanted to be surrounded by money. Mm-hmm. He was surrounded by money that was too close to him.
Yes.
He wasn't surrounded by the right kind of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Joe Budden, and that's no disrespect to LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
But LeBron, of course, LeBron's a hip-hop head.
Historian.
Like he's like,
you gotta say it right.
Hip-hop historian.
Quote unquote. Yeah. That's your boy. That's your boy.
Apparently he's not a fighting connoisseur.
I don't accept that.
We'll get into later.
On the court, he's good.
Yeah.
Off the court, well, let me rephrase that. When he's talking to Drake,
Right.
Okay.
But back to the point, which was that he was dealing with LeBron, but LeBron's a hip-hop head. Joe is hip-hop.
He is hip-hop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done stuff.
He's a rapper, too.
Yeah.
Retired or not, he has the rapper's mind. He knows exactly what everybody's saying.
Which what makes him more... It makes him more well-equipped to handle that because on one end, he has the rapper point of view. Now on the later with... Of course, we know it now as the rebrand. Mm-hmm. He now has the visionary in the side from the other end as well. So he plays devil's advocate very well, especially over the last few months. I don't know if you guys have paid attention to that.
I have.
But he's been playing it a lot better than past time.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So, but he did, Drake probably felt he could buy their loyalty.
Right.
But Pusha just saw it was a chess move. It was just like, yeah, he's going to capitalize on this. And boy, Joe did. And they talked for a good 3.5 hours about pretty much Pusha's truth. He said, the only reason why I'm here right now, because you guys are real, and because of math.
He said that, but he said something important too. He said, because I look at y'all as lie detectors.
Yes. You see through the bullshit.
Right.
Like how Busby don't bullshit, Joe don't bullshit.
He really don't, man.
He don't bullshit, but he be on his bullshit.
He be on his bullshit.
He be on his bullshit.
We're on our bullshit right now. It took us forever to get to this point. But yeah, I was just like, that's why I always felt like I really felt Drake was gonna go and talk to him.
Right.
But it was like common sense. But he thought of. Was it not analyticals? What's the word? Statistics, numbers. Like he was thinking metrics, whatever. He thought if I go to HBO, because that's a big ass thing, the whole world would see it. But you didn't think about Spotify.
Yeah, what the problem was that HBO, that's premium cable. Mm-hmm. Spotify,
everybody,
you ain't got to pay for that. Especially with a lot of people still think you're gonna get commercials with the podcast.
You don't,
but it's just one long ass song, and they don't put a commercial in between.
That's why Joe started doing ads in the middle of
that shit. Exactly. He does a little 10-second ad. Like that's
in the video, it's hella funny. Like they're in the middle, like, oh, I gotta read this shit. Yeah. He reads it, and then he stops and looks at everybody, and then there's a quick edit.
Hustle in BK.
Yeah. So let's get to the meat to what Pusha said. Let's off jump. He just revealed. He just said, I'm just gonna say it flat out. Kanye wasn't the one who gave me the info. 40 did. My jaw dropped. Actually, I didn't even know what happened. I just knew shit was gonna. I had a dream that they didn't even release it until Saturday. And then I woke up and my fucking mentions were going crazy. I saw the group chat was going crazy.
Oh yeah, because once I saw Push was on, even though it was my day off and I didn't have to wake up at 5, my alarm was set for 4:50 in the morning. I was ready. I took my morning.
You were going to work.
No, I took my morning piss. I grabbed a bowl of Cheerios.
Bro.
I went back out to the garage and I put that mug on the Xbox on the TV because I wanted to listen and be enthralled in it. Okay. I was up from the jump and I was ready.
My homeboy even texted me. My homeboy texted me like, 40 gave up everybody. I was like, and I just go on the timeline and it was just madness. And Vincent Price. I even told people beforehand, y'all better mute me
block
now.
Mute me, block me, unfollow.
Yeah,
everyone on Twitter.
This legit was a moment because I remember exactly what happened, bro.
Yeah.
I woke up like I was going to work and I was like, wait. The text. The text.
Bruh.
So I got my headphones, threw them on. I was getting ready with my headphones on. Bro.
Everybody, it was funny.
I've never done that before.
Drake fans were like, I remember when that shit came out, Drake fans were all so happy he was on the shop and shit. But as soon as they saw Pusha was on, they were like, oh, why are they still talking about
He's still bringing it up.
He's still bringing it up.
Like, bro, that was 3 days ago.
I was like,
Serious.
oh, so now you know some truth's about to come out. It's going to make your boy look even more spookier. But anyway, yeah, 40 gave up the shit.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When he said it, you know the memes where it was like, boy, don't do it. Oh, boy, he done did it.
No. So he said 40 did it. 40 was the one indirectly did it.
When he said it, I had to press pause because I had to think. I was like,
how?
Yo.
Like, what the fuck?
Wait, what? And when I pressed play, then it started to make sense.
Yeah.
40's sleeping with a woman.
It's pillow talking.
And I was like, damn, pillow talk gonna get you all the time.
Pillow talking kills everybody. Word to Pusher.
We ran a poll. This week. Mm-hmm. We asked, is pillow talking the leading cause of conflict between friends? And a whopping, I believe, 68% said, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pillow talk, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And don't think it's ever going to come back to that person, but it did.
Yeah. And Joe and them, they brought up a good point. You only pillow talk, usually, when you feel some type of way about the situation that you're in with who you're pillow talking about.
Yeah, and the shit he said was that he feels a type of way about Drake's career. He feels a type of way about everything that's going on OVO. And that's how he talked about the Adidas deal. He talked about the kid. He talked about all that shit.
And you got to remember, when Story of Adidon dropped, everybody was like, oh, it's just gossip. He don't know what he's talking about. And then everything he said came to fruition. They tried the same thing this time until you noticed that 40 didn't say anything.
40 hasn't said not
because
one
remember,
word.
when the disc came out, 40 was
quick to come out
because of the MS day.
Yeah.
And all, he was ready to talk. This came out, he didn't hear shit.
He said, no, 40 knows the person I'm talking about. He knows. When he hears this, he's going to have that look on his face. Like, everything is good. And then on Twitter, I see it. I don't know how they found out, but they're saying it's Yes Jules was the person. That's just a rumor, allegedly. I'm not confirming anything. But just to add insult to injury on State of the Culture, Joe Budden said that the lady that Pusher mentioned, that alluded to, she's been tweeting a lot. And pretty much the way she's been tweeting, yeah, it confirms everything.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know who the chick is. Maybe Yes Jules. I was trying to do some scrolls. I don't know. But, boy!
Yeah.
That's just the first strike. That was the first. I don't even call
That's
this
the
like
first layer.
No,
actually, this is the second layer.
Yeah, this wasn't even a bomb. If we're talking about like nuclear bombs, this wasn't a nuclear bomb. This was chemical warfare. That's what this was.
The bomb didn't even come until an hour in.
What was the bomb? The phone calls?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Those weren't even receipts. Those were motherfucking.
Those were carbon copies.
Yes.
like dead ass.
I felt that was more like chemical warfare because now Drake has to look at 40 because now Drake is compromised. Mm-hmm. We've been saying this shit. He has moles, not just 40.
We figured that.
We had to be.
We actually, you and I, off record, we actually thought we knew who it was just based off some knowledge that we have. Turns out, you know. You know who we thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But turns out we were just off by the left. Just a little bit. But we were right. It was in the camp.
Yeah. It was just the
wrong person.
It was just the wrong person.
Yeah.
But then when he was talking to academics, when academics came out and said, well, I've been talking to 40 about a whole bunch of stuff, that should have been our clue. That was foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn, 40 really does feel a type of way. Now Drake has to look at him sideways.
So I would say this. I understand it. Because if you're saying that 40 is as important to your career as anybody, but then you start going through his singles catalog, and 40 is really only there to just bring the mellow out of the track and get it to transition.
Just mix it.
And then you bring all these acts around him, and you don't push them. So 40 can't get in to start developing these acts with this sound.
But 40 has said that he doesn't want to work with nobody else. He said that since last year. He just doesn't want to work with nobody else.
Right. But what I'm saying is that when you have a house like that, maybe he was only saying that to try to get into good graces.
Yeah.
And it still wasn't working.
Yeah.
And when he got pissed off, then you go pillow talk.
Vincent Price.
Stupid. And then the imitating one.
And so pretty much
Once and for all.
There you go. All three last. So yeah, the tea just gets sweeter. So like we said before, Kanye had nothing to do with this shit. Maybe he did. Maybe he did. But the whole narrative, the narrative that Kanye was the one that
he probably confirmed it, if nothing else.
Again,
you know what I mean?
It probably went down like I said it.
Exactly.
Like how I said it happened.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Right. It wasn't to be malicious. It was just, we were in a great creative space. Yeah. And this is what happened.
But now that narrative is dead. Word to put, you said that narrative is dead now.
Dead.
Because he can't talk. They can't use that narrative no more.
Yeah,
Drake fans can't use that Kanye's a snake
because
no more.
he already knew previously.
Right. Yeah. So now because all that shit's gone now. Everyone's not even saying that shit no more.
Right.
Drake's been quiet. So it's he's still touring and shit, but he hasn't said no subliminal shit no more. So yeah. So then we keep going, and it wasn't 300K. I said that last week. It was 100K. The whole bounty for dirt. That shit did happen. And he said the person who did it, her name was Cap. So I'm thinking, who was Cap? And then, Twitter just always loves figuring shit out. And it was allegedly Capricorn Clark. Now, if y'all don't know who Capricorn Clark is, if have any of y'all ever watched I Want to Work for Diddy on VH1? Remember Capricorn, his assistant?
Yeah.
That's who it was.
What are you talking about?
Well, she's a well-known industry-wise,
just for the common. Yeah, that her too.
Yeah.
But I know, just, for the common people who are, So, yeah, and according to Pusha, she's pretty much worked on all his albums, all his projects, and she's cool with Drake. How we know that? Because I had to do my damn research. Remember that fucking baby shower when Drake and Rihanna were there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who she is. And not only that, her husband, it gets even deeper. I did some Googles on her husband. Her husband is A$AP Rocky's manager. Industry's small, bruh.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah, and they're all cool with Drake. And I looked on her Twitter, she's like, Aubrey Graham's a great guy and all this other shit. And I was just like, wow. So that the Pusha even seemed kind of hurt when he was talking about it because he saw her as a sister. So yeah, he played the tapes and you heard her voice. And I'm like, ugh. And then it gets even deeper than that. Drake, when Drake said that he did his research and shit like that.
Yeah.
He did his research and he got in contact with people that are not even cool with Push. I won't even say enemies, just like people that he's not
former
cool
associates that he's either fallen out with or he's just they've gone separate ways.
Yeah. Right. And he tried one
of which was the Clip's former DJ.
Yep.
But and I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you know.
To get in, it just shows the pedigree that Push has. Because even when he's not on the greatest of terms with these people, they all came back to Push and said,
with the tapes.
With the tapes, like, yo, they trying to get us, but they try to know how we get down. You know how we give it up.
With the tapes. And so they try to
tight knit. You know what I mean? Like out there.
Even there was this one phone call. I guess someone was on the line. They said they didn't like the Canadian accents. And they said, yeah, they're trying to tell us for some we don't know what fucking private jets are and shit.
Oh, yeah, the PJs.
The PJs.
There's only fucking PJs we know. It's fucking projects right out here.
Yeah, they were trying to talk to us like we females. Like, nah, they're messy. So Yeah.
Definitely can't woo no street nigga.
They were trying to woo him like some bitches.
Private jet. You'll think you wooed him, and then you'll get on that private jet, and the whole private jet will be stuck
But it was
up
only, and Drake is cheap too. Only $100K. Only $100K for information.
I mean,
that's how much your pride worth, Drake.
You're asking though.
100K. That's how much your pride worth, Drake.
100K.
But like, depending on how many people you ask. Like for example, he has 5 people that.
Got to split it.
$500,000.
But still, he has the dough, or does he?
Unless he tricked them and was just like, I'm just gonna split 100,000 between 5 people.
Yeah,
that's probably Then that's how you get killed.
Yeah.
I don't put it past him. I don't put it past him.
On the pot.
And then, but I just remember when he said, what's his name said, what are 40s? No, that line that he said, like, yeah, just give me one bar so I can just give to Drake right now. Just one bar. I'm like, are you fucking serious? And he's like, yeah, okay. What information you need? Because after this happens,
one bar to get a push.
Yeah, to give to Drake or whatever.
No, okay, I know. That's what I thought you meant to give to Drake to give the
yeah. Give me one bar so I can send to Drake right now. And he's like, what are you talking about, man? Because after this, it's gunplay.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, this is like you guys are moving messy like that. See, and then after all that, I'm like, you should not say not one word now, Drake. Shut the fuck up and keep getting your money.
This is the difference between a pop act and a rapper.
Yeah.
This is when keeping it real goes wrong. This is what we saw. This is what happens
This is the absolute difference.
This is, And Pusha was just relaxed. He was talking all nonchalantly and shit.
Well, he's chill. I mean, he's speaking the truth. You know what I mean?
Like, and everyone's still trying to question it. He was right before, just like and he most likely is right now. Mm-hmm. So at this point, Drake.
But let's even go a little further. Even if he's absolutely wrong,
the narrative's out there.
And now he's put doubt into Drake's mind that his closest, the one who he was the most upset about getting named in this diss, is the one that
not his son.
Yeah,
on some Brutus shit.
Right.
Not no one else. It was his friend.
Et tu, Brutus?
So it's just
Brutus,
his friend was the one who gave it up.
Right. So
it's even come on, man.
It's even the fact where, and by all means, I'm not saying it as if I don't believe it, because he was right the first time. What does he have?
Why would he lie? He has nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Go on.
But the thing of it is that for play devil's advocate, even if it's not true, you've now created a bubble over there where they're not even focused on you for the time being. Now they got to shut down camp. See what the hell's going on within their own organization.
They gotta watch everybody now.
Yeah,
you gotta watch man. And not only that, he said some other shit that you talked about in the chat. When he said about when he mentioned my wife, I wanted to kill that shit off jump.
Yeah, so of course we paid attention to that initially because we're like, okay, you bring somebody's family into this, especially. First of all, you just don't bring a man's woman or his kids into it unless you're ready to go there. Mm-hmm. And everybody could say, well, he was just a play on words. And it's like, no, that's
Drake fans saying that.
Once you bring it in, you're ready to go there.
Yeah.
But it was how he explained it, where now it's out in the open. It's like, okay, that's why it triggered him so much. Because what Push had said was, I know who you get down with, and I know how you get down.
I know who you walk with. I know who you sleep with.
Yeah.
I know.
So I wanted to do that shit because as soon as you put her name, if I don't say something, now it comes out in the air that, you know her personally, and you likely got in there. So let's kill that right now.
Right.
But it goes even deeper than that. The whole Kiki shit.
Which now adds that holds weight now.
Kim already said you didn't smash, and he just said that just to put that narrative out. He let that rumor fly. Because Drake is petty. He is sneaky motherfucker. I'll give Aubrey that. You a sneaky bitch. He is. He's a sneaky motherfucker. He tries to be slicky. That's the type of shit that'll get you fucked up. And like any regular nigga, you get fucked up for doing shit like that.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, Kanye already tried telling you, don't bring my wife into this. Don't mention my wife. Don't do this and don't do that. He is sneaky motherfucker, man. Yeah. Man. So at this point, like we've said, Drake should just shut the fuck up now. You should just stay on tour, get your money, break your records.
Just get to 2019, bro.
Just
get to 2019.
With whatever bit of pride you have left, shut the fuck up. No more sub raps. No more none of that.
No more tough talk.
Once the clock hits midnight, you are Aubrey Graham again. You can restart, refresh, and go
back to Hollywood, bro. Just do that.
Honestly, that's what he should do. Fuck all this music shit.
Say you retire. Pull a Hove. You know what I mean? Pull a Hove and retire.
Fuck all the music shit. Just start acting, bro.
No,
that's all you've been doing anyway.
Or start a production company.
Or just pull a Hove. I mean, he's already executive producing that HBO show with Zendaya.
No, but I mean start a production. Like, if you want to sit next to LeBron,
Oh, yeah.
Start taking note. Don't just sit there just to be there.
I think that's what Drake's going to do next. He's going to pull a Jay-Z and retire. And the OVO Fest is going to be like his Fade to Black.
Or he just uses
I just hope that he actually stays retired, though.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Like for Jay, you, he's. I mean, no, Drake. He's gonna pull a Justin. He's gonna say I'm retired, and he's gonna show back up when the time is right.
Well, speaking of that,
when everybody forgot about this shit.
No hip hop. We ain't gonna forget.
We won't.
But speaking of that also led to a side note I forgot to bring up earlier. It's two things with Wayne. The first one I forgot to bring up earlier was the BET Awards. That was round of applause for that. So that was time. Like it was time for that. Mm-hmm. But then to finish up with the BET Awards, like we've been saying, they just so out of tune. Just go make the BET Awards just one awards at this point. Because then you can get rid of the filler that's at the actual BET Awards, and you can focus on what there's no reason to have these two shows.
There's no reason, especially when half the damn artists don't show up.
Yeah. Have the BET Awards, and then have the Women's Appreciation Awards. That's your award show right there. Yeah. That's what you do for the year.
I mean, Atlanta's the only thing they held on to was the BET Hip Hop Awards, and that's holding on by a string.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised if next year they just cancel it and they just do some other shit.
I won't be surprised either. Nope. But the second reason why I bring Wayne up is to follow up with that is that we see what Wayne's been doing with Lil Louisiana. That's perfect for Drake to fade back. Just throw that shit, come out and perform.
Make it an actual festival. Like an actual fest. Not like just some concert. Make it like Made in America. Make it an actual festival. Right. And bring, are you cool with all these people like that? That's another question.
I mean, he could bring a bunch of people in with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Think about it. Everyone who's ever featured with them besides Kendrick, is probably cool with them.
And speaking of that, he's going to be in the Bay now, but he was out in LA for a long ass time, and everyone thought he was going to bring out Kendrick. Nope. No. Nah, you brought out YG, Travis Scott for the umpteenth time. And you know what's sad? Travis Scott just keeps on coming out with Drake, and you know damn well Drake ain't going to come out with him at his shows. Maybe like a few stops, but
I don't know, man.
He ain't coming. Nah, he's not gonna do it.
At least the Canada stuff,
huh?
At least the Canada stuff.
Maybe.
That's the only thing I'm like.
He barely even goes to Raptor games. What are you looking for?
No, he'll be there.
What are you looking for?
No.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah. So at this point, Drake, just shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Just we got a few more months left of the year. Just get your highest album sales of the year's awards and shit. Get your Billboard awards. Just shut up, because you took an L. But honestly, he's not going to. I really feel he's not.
Of course not.
His ego is hurt very bad. You can sell all them records, but his pride is hurt. Yeah. And he's going to try to find some type of win. And something in this situation. Because Jay Prince is already coming out again about another book.
Did he?
Yeah. He came out with another, I guess, and he's saying that Pusha T is nothing more than an ant. And he's still doubling.
Well, see, the thing of it is that
that's his bitch. I mean, that's his top bitch.
If Aubrey's Angels is gonna be pissed off with Push for just responding to this,
you should be pissed at Jay Prince.
Yeah, y'all gotta look at, but you know, ain't nobody gonna look at Jay Prince because Jay Prince is motherfucking Jay Prince, and we don't talk ill at Jay Prince.
Talk ill on Jay Prince,
so that's
I'm careful of what I say.
Yeah,
hey,
like, I wouldn't even say shit to Jay Prince. You know how loose I get, man. Like,
right? It's like
I'm like, okay,
that's like Martin. You know that's like Harvin Marison. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't speak about that. That's what it is. That's Harvin Marison. Yeah. That's over there.
You know, it took me a second to get that. But once I did,
So Prince J. So we just say J.
That's P. That's P. Drints.
That's P. Drints.
That's P. Drints.
Yes.
But no, if y'all gonna say something about that, say something about Jay Prince, because basically Jay Prince's run about this book
is about Drake.
Is off the back of Push and his situation with Drake.
Really?
Yeah,
that's what it is. Every time he's gone to an interview, that's what they're...
And that's the only highlight they talk about. And he said that Push is an ant, and we don't need to deal with him. That's a W for me. I remember Pusha kept saying that. That's a W for me. You doing your little press release, that's a W for me. He's been stacking W's. He's been stacking Drake's soul. Yeah. Everything from reconstructing your album, your Adidas deal going down the drain, Jay Prince speaking for you, everyone else speaking for you, Kanye speaking for the situation. All this chaos. Pusha won. And people say, Pusha lost the war. What war? What war are we talking about?
I'm trying to figure out the same thing. What
war?
Don't know.
Everybody keeps bringing up the war of the albums, and I'm like, this battle wasn't about who.
It was about your pride.
Yeah, man.
It was about pride and ego, and
this shit had nothing to do with sales.
Because that's all they could rely on.
Numbers at all.
You got socked in the face. Your ego got socked in the face, Drake. You took an L. Just hold it, lick it, hold it, embrace it. And then it's another thing in the 48 Laws of Power that Drake isn't embracing. Use defeat into your advantage. He should have just went on the shop, because Lamar told me this shit. He said he should have just went on the shop and said, hey, it was a learning experience. I took an L. He really should have. I mean, it's like, I took an L, and stuff happened. He revealed stuff. He said some messed up stuff. And I didn't respond because for my brand, it's bad for me.
But you know what it goes to? It goes back to what I was taught when I was younger by my mom's. And shout out my mom's. I had a good weekend with her. Friday night, we just cruised around. It was a first time in a while I've had a good, just shot the shit with my mom. Mm-hmm. But when I was younger, she told me something that it always runs in my head when I don't just go with it. She said, you really think about it, the reason why you get in deeper trouble is just because you can't man up and face the fact when you were wrong the initial time. Yeah. So when you try to run from it, you just get in deeper into shit. And then it becomes something that comes out of your hand.
It's the Marty McFly effect.
Right. So this is exactly what's happening. And it's like you said, and like Red said, instead of coming out just saying, yeah, he got me. It's, all right, it's a learning experience. Move forward. It's trying to switch narratives, which I don't think he anticipated Push entering that call to Joe, like, yeah, I'll be there.
Or,
you know what I'm saying?
Or Karen will set it up. But
but then to add more to that, this was in Joe's house. The show was in the house.
Your own enemy.
It wasn't at Parks's. It was in the house.
Right.
And it was Joe's enemy, too. Yeah. This was Joe Budden. It was not Joe's enemy. This was Drake's enemy, too. Joe Budden was Joe's enemy that you just became cool with, and Joe still kind of feels a type of way that you didn't respond. So yeah, there's a little bit of petty in there, and he's trying to capitalize. He's trying to get this money with Spotify. So he gave Spotify their money's worth. It was a chess move. That's all it was. Pusha T.
Not bad for a little podcast.
Man, I don't know if that was a chess move.
No, it wasn't.
If it was checkmate.
Oh, it was checkmate. Yeah, it was checkmate. Yeah. What can you say now? You can't say.
What does he have to say?
You got no moves, and he's not. And the reason, you don't want to know why Drake doesn't do interviews now? Because he that whole LeBron shit, that was all staged. Oh, everything was staged for his honor. You want to know why? I take this all the way back to Nothing Was the Same Again. You remember his Rolling Stone interview? Mm-hmm. You don't remember? Oh, he did a Rolling Stone article, and that was when he dissed Kanye and he kind of said that little slick shit about Jay-Z and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And then he blamed the fucking and then he got mad that Philip Seymour Hoffman took the cover because it was after Philip Seymour Hoffman died and shit.
Right.
So he went on Twitter and went on a huge rant because they promised him the cover, but they gave it to Philip Seymour Hoffman. And he was mad that the fucking writer took his words because I guess it was off record, but he didn't make it clear because he was talking shit. He was talking shit about Kanye. She was saying how many times is Hov just gonna keep rapping about art and shit. Mm-hmm. And he said some slick shit about Fabulous, and he had to clear that shit up. And he's like, you know what? No more. I'm not doing no more interviews now. No, the reason why you ain't doing no more interviews now is because the truth came out about how you really feel about shit. So that's why that's why he doesn't do interviews no more.
Right. So basically what you're saying is he's not doing interviews because he's a bitch?
Pretty much.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, he's scared because the truth's going to come out. That's why he ain't sitting with Charlamagne. That's why he's not on Hot 97. That's why he does these little safe interviews because they don't ask him the quote-unquote tough questions like the truth. And you're right, Martine. You said that he wasn't going to go on Joe because Joe, Rory, and Mal we're going to speak the truth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're fans, but they were going to speak the truth to him, and he wasn't going to like it.
I called that shit.
And he was not going to like what they were going to hear. Yeah. And there's a lot of... come on, man. The way he's moving right now, like I said, believe the insane man who has nothing to lose, but not the same man who has everything to lose. When it comes to Drake's pride, he has a lot to lose. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, keep getting playing around. I'm still going to listen to you. I mean, you fucking... like I said, I know you won't, Martin. I'm still gonna listen to you, but take this as a lesson, Arbery. I watched Devil's Advocate the other day, and I'm like, you can't win them all, kid. Yeah, the wink. That's all it is. You can get better luck next time. Can't win them all. The wink. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
I agree, man.
Anyway, did you see the Sycamore video?
I did.
What do you think of it?
It was better than what I thought it was going to be, and I already had high expectations for it.
When I saw Dave Miles directed it in the end, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
That was a fucking visual spectacle.
Yes, it was. man, their budget got put into that shit.
Yeah.
Still love that intro.
The simple fact, they were able to... They got Drake while he was on tour, and it was basically...
In Houston, yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, just stick him in front of a green screen and we'll get a school bus. I got it.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it.
Oh, that part where Drake was kind of falling in the abyss.
Yeah.
The abyss of truth that he's going in right now. Like a light. Like a... Shit.
I saw that. Did you see the Uproar video?
Something told me not to watch it.
I was let down by it.
A lot of people were let down. That's what people were telling me.
Like, it looked very low budget. It looked like something you would shoot for Instagram or YouTube. It just had big budget equipment. But in terms of like the overall story of it, like
it was just a whole bunch of shots.
Yeah, it actually looked like a damn Target commercial. Like just all the kids, like everybody dancing. You had Shiggy dancing. It was just a lot of cutscenes just dancing.
That's all it was.
Yeah, and I mean, and then you had Wayne, you know.
So he should have made that call to Dave Miles, but I don't think he's probably in his budget.
No, I mean, Wayne got his money, so, you know.
Well, he's just, okay, he was being cheap.
You're right, though. That shit did look like a Target commercial.
Yeah.
Like, dead ass, bro.
For a song as big as that, man, if you wanted to be big, that song is still big.
But see, here's the thing. It was, even with the first time I heard it, like, it was cool, but it wasn't like... I was playing it back to again today, and I was like, it's cool. It's just, it's not like one of those big hits. For me, it was always, this is just nostalgic because it's special delivery. It's just the same sample.
But they really they should have just went all out with it and did like, you know, kind of like, not special delivery. Well, they could have did that, but just call Dave Miles, man. He can make his video dope.
He can make that shit dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Single Mill video. Yeah, it was pretty much how I imagined it. It's pretty much how I imagined it.
Obviously, there was one portion or two portions of that song that I really didn't care for.
Which one? Which portions? The beginning and the end? Okay.
Any part with the light skinned nigga.
I guess. Honestly,
like
to be honest, I'm kind of getting tired of the middle part. I just
really
the intro was.
I don't mind Travis Scott, dude.
I know. I like it, but it's just like because when you hear that intro, it's just like black superhero music. It's just like I wish they would have continued on with it. And then
that song itself is like an epic story, man. Yeah, like just the way
you can't really play. If you play the song in the club, you got to literally play sections of it. Just the intro and maybe.
Man, I don't know about you, but I know women that could get it to that middle part just as soon as the Uncle Luke sample pop up. Right? Don't stop. That shit pop. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm already knowing.
Dave Myers did his thing though, man. Those
hey, Dave Miles had himself a renaissance ever since he started working with Kendrick. Everyone's been looking up for him.
Yeah.
So anyway, sports shit happened.
Yeah. So
where you all want to go with this?
Well, let's start off with something that's familiar. Of course, the Jimmy Butler situation. So Jimmy Butler, of course, they opened up their season in San Antonio. Then they had their home opener against the Cavs. Of course, when he got introduced in the starting lineup, he got booed. And then before the first half was even over and he had 12 points and he was at the free throw line. Yeah.
Please don't leave. Yeah. Please don't leave.
Yeah, people were booing until they realized what happened when Kevin Garnett left. And then they were like, oh, shit, wait a minute.
Yeah, we need this guy.
So, he finished out that game. Well, he was like 10 for 12 for 33 points and 7 rebounds.
Yeah, he showed why they need him. So.
Yeah, exactly. The Lakers, there's a reason why Martine and I said we weren't going to take it this year. Yeah. It's shown in the first 2 games.
But everyone was excited in the first game.
I'm still excited.
No, the first game. I'm talking about the first the first few seconds of the first quarter of the very first game. When
both games. He was.
Yeah. I mean, my timeline was going nuts. I was working out. I didn't watch it, but my timeline was going, oh my God!
Oh man, Larissa was.
I was watching.
Yeah, Larissa was cooking.
That shit was dope.
And she kept coming out everything because
you were yelling at the TV.
I was like, "We in this motherfucker, but
right?
We back, motherfucker. This is how we do this shit." And then
hitting the wall.
And then when JaVale ran in the key and he dunked that shit, and I was like, "That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Light skinned niggas up in this motherfucker. That's like showtime, bitch."
Did you dap Larissa like, yeah, that's what the fuck I'm talking about?
Nah, she was handling the cheese fries. I couldn't, I didn't let my excitement get ahead of my food. You know what I'm saying?
Man. You just don't do that. Like,
but
I was like, wow, everyone's just losing their minds.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
It was exciting.
I know.
The first
2 games in general, they were exciting all the way around. Like, even though we lost, the way I look at basketball is 82 games. When you compare it to the NFL, the equivalent of 5 NBA games is the equivalent to one NFL game.
Yeah.
So usually after the first 10 games, I'm kind of like, all right, it could go looking really bad, but even then, I'm like, it's first 10 games. You can still pull this, clean this up, whatever.
Exactly.
It's still surreal to see him in that jersey, though.
It was, man. Especially for me. I mean, you know the situation. I never cared for the dude.
Right.
I didn't. I mean, I'm just going to keep it funky. That's how I do.
That's how I am.
That's how I do.
And then Martin saw him dunk for the first time, and he was like, he's us!
I'm like,
one of us! One of us!
So yeah, but I mean, the thing of it was I was still nervous going to Portland. Portland brought back their full rotation. When I say their full rotation, they brought back their top 11 rotational players.
Now, you have to understand, there's only 12 that can play on any given day.
Also, they pretty much pulled the Warriors on y'all.
So they were all back. Basically. Well, it's not even that. It's
not to that extent.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
But it's not even that. It's the fact that they're familiar with each other. Their head coach is the same. Nothing's really changed.
The chemistry is
there. The only thing that changed, and it actually... Martin and I were talking about, is probably what fueled them was the passing of their owner, Paul Allen,
and it was the first time them seeing LeBron. It's like, oh, let's
right.
kill this
So
nigga.
and that's the thing. Everybody's going to bring their A game against us because it's like that whenever a team has LeBron, the A game's getting brought.
Yeah.
So. And then you add the fact we haven't beaten Portland in like 4 or 5 years in general.
Even with
we don't do good
in Portland.
Kobe's last few years he was hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't doing much. And then we never do well in Portland in general anyways.
And that goes back to Shaq and Kobe days.
We don't do well in Portland. The fact we even won those 2 series by sweeping them,
it's an
end of 3-peat.
It was a fight.
Those games were freaking amazing.
Even though you all swept them, it was still amazing to watch.
Those games, individually, were amazing.
So you guys were having heart attacks.
Amazing.
I bet you guys were having heart attacks.
Like hell yeah. Hey, bro.
Yeah. And then of course, Stauskas.
Ugh.
Motherfucking turned into fucking European Ray Allen.
Yeah, I was watching that
though,
and hit his first 6 or 7 shots.
I blamed that on us, man, because we mentioned that part about we were just off by the team. We were like, yeah, that's like fucking Livingston just going off on LeBron.
Yeah,
and lo and fucking behold, we're just off by a person.
Even then I wasn't.
Lil Yachty.
Well, okay. I didn't even know his album dropped until...
Well, they're in Atlanta, so I mean, that kind of makes sense.
I didn't even know Lil Yachty's album dropped until this morning. That's how kind of out of it I was.
Go on.
But anyways...
Sorry.
That's cool. So dealing with that, I wasn't upset with that. It was just the fact we missed our first 15 threes, which went all the way into the fucking fourth quarter, or at least into the end of the third.
Lonzo was missing
the third.
Yeah, so... And of course, we know how that played out. We lost. But then you get to the Staples Center debut.
That was fun.
That was a fucking movie in itself because the NBA
they put the red carpet out for LeBron.
But here's the thing: the NBA doesn't show Saturday night games on TV until later in the year.
Yeah,
it's ESPN specifically for Wednesdays and Fridays. So the fact we had a Saturday night game and it was during college football, college football had been played all day, and
they made room for LeBron. Man.
Yep.
That was great.
Matter of fact, there was a game on right before.
Yes, right. It was. And they made sure that game ended.
Yeah, they did.
Because they put fucking Wizards and the Raptors to NBA TV, which was another good game. But the fact they asses got put to NBA TV was,
they made sure you niggas. And now we don't care if you go to overtime. LeBron.
And from the time it started to the time it ended, it was must see. And we'll jump right into the goddamn fourth quarter. My nigga.
Fuck it. Y'all nearly had a mouse at the palace. What are you going to call it? Stitches at the Staples?
Man.
Hey.
Spitters at Staples? What are we going to call it?
Fisticuffs on Figueroa, nigga. Hey. That's what it is. Fisticuffs on Figueroa. That's what I'm calling it.
Alrighty.
So, I love James Harden's game, but he pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because he baits the refs into giving them calls when they shouldn't be getting calls. So it happened all game. Ingram, of course, who I always joke around and say is my adult son.
Yep. Yes, sir.
He got fed up with it.
And pushed his ass.
Yeah, so he walks over and pushes the fuck out of him.
Mm-hmm. And I don't blame him.
Now, mind you, Larissa likes ball. She pays attention because of me. She's not really that much in tune until what takes place. Once what took place happened, she is now fully invested in this season.
Oh, wow.
So
we got one.
So, of course, that happened. So Lance Stevenson, of all people, is the one that has to go grab Ingram.
And LeBron had to grab Chris Paul.
No, this is before that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, This was when he pushed him and they had to bring him out. Lance Stevenson was involved with that.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, Rondo and CP3, which if you're familiar with those two, they've been going at it since 2009.
Wow.
Yeah.
there's history there.
Lots of it.
Yeah. So they get into it. Then it looks as if Rondo spits on him. Now, whether it was intentional or accidental, that's up for debate.
I feel it's unintentional.
Yeah,
I felt it too.
He wears a mouthpiece. It's kind of hard to talk with the mouthpiece.
Chris Paul
just gain a lot of slight.
But knowing Rondo's history as well, I wouldn't put it past me. That's what I'm saying. Like it's one of
them. But Chris Paul, as soon as that happened, Chris Paul just wiped his face off and then stuck his finger right in Rondo's eye.
Well, he stuck it and then he mushed
his
it.
Eye.
He stuck it in and then he mushed it.
Yeah.
But when he did that, I don't know if you paid attention to Rondo's hands or the joke on ESPN when they did that. This is SportsCenter commercial where they shake Rondo's hands and it's like this oversized hand shaking a baby hand. Yeah. Out of nowhere, Rondo's right-handed, so out of nowhere, this left hand flies and yeet. And then once that happened, just all hell broke loose. And punches are being thrown. Chris Paul got a good punch back. But then my adult son, he got a punch back. It was full-fledged.
I know.
Eyes, nose, he got him in the center. And he was bleeding. Yeah. I hate to say it, but he got him back. But then out of nowhere, my adult son comes back and lays this long-ass, scarecrow-length fucking...
Not like, what's his name?
Bruh, I swear, when I seen him running, I was like, oh, get him.
Got him.
And then you know what I did? The same thing I did in Portland. Well, we in this motherfucker then. Let's go. We ain't gonna lose. If we gonna win the game, we gonna win something up in this bitch. So then afterwards, I'm like, yo, okay. So we 0-2 piece. Like that's what I said. I'm like, all right, fine. We 0-2 piece. We 0-2 in the regular season, but we want to know what these fisticuffs. I'll take it. Ain't nobody gonna be punking us. A lot of people were upset at LeBron because LeBron went and grabbed CP3. But however, when you examine everything, number one, they've been friends for 15 years.
Yeah.
Now, number two, CP3 is the godfather to LeBron's kids. You can't have Uncle Chris out here looking wild in front of his niece and nephew. You gotta grab him. Number three, the most important thing, who was LeBron closest to in vicinity at the time? It was Chris.
Right.
That's the one he can grab.
Yeah.
I wasn't upset with that because the same way last year when Marshawn Lynch ran out to the field in the scuffle with the Chiefs, he went and grabbed Marcus Peters, who is his cousin.
Right.
Plays for the Chiefs.
Right.
And in addition, people were like, oh, this ain't like the 90s ball. Motherfucker, there was a fight between the Knicks and the Bulls, and Jordan went and grabbed Patrick Ewing to calm and state him down.
Hey, you gotta let these jokes fly.
That's the thing
Jordan would never. Gotta let these jokes fly, bro.
That's the other thing I wanted to mention, too, is the fact that, I mean, LeBron, whether you like it or not, he is the biggest player in the league. Like, he's the most well-known. So, I mean, for him to just stand there while a fight's happening,
I ain't messing up my bags.
That doesn't sit well. You know what I mean? So, he's got to do something to break the whole shit up.
Right.
I bet he didn't text Drake after, like, did I let you down? Fuck out of here. Damn. I wasn't even gonna laugh, too. I was dead-ass serious. Did I let you down, Aubrey?
Yeah, I was there. So of course everybody gets, once everything's cleared out, the ejections come in, Rockets then close it out. Suspensions came in yesterday. Chris Paul got 2 games. I was actually surprised at the suspensions, not the suspensions for Rondo and Ingram. I was surprised at the length. I thought for sure we were talking like 7 games minimum.
How many? Like 4, 3 games?
Rondo got 3. B.I. got 4.
The power of LeBron.
So that means Rondo literally misses all the games this week. Because we have 3 games. We have one in a few minutes. Or actually in an hour or so. We got one Wednesday night and then we got one Saturday. And then Rondo's back. B.I. will miss 1 game in the next week, then he's back.
And Ingram,
he'll miss 1 in the next week and then he's back.
The power of LeBron.
So, but here's the thing.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just because.
Oh, maybe Adam Silver. Yeah, and plus Adam Silver's hella cool because that was what's
Adam
his name,
Silver.
Right? And then Kiki Vanderway's the one that runs.
And that's right.
And who's the other nigga that used to be the commissioner? The one that everyone hates. Yeah, David Stern. There you go.
Fuck him.
Brock Lesnar's going against Braun Strowman for the title now.
He gets in where he fits in, man.
Exactly.
So yes, that took place. On the bright side, Lonzo's back in the starting lineup. Not mad at that, especially how he's been playing the first 2 games. His shot looks more smoother. He's shooting 50% from 3. It's still unorthodox, but it's getting off quicker.
Yeah,
it's getting off a lot quicker.
No, definitely that.
See, I'll say this about you guys.
Just shooting from the other side of your body is like kind of strange to me.
It's ugly, but it's going in.
I'll say this about you guys. If I ever play 2K19, I'm going to play with the Lakers because you guys have a very interesting team. I'm like, I can play with them.
Oh, we kick ass.
Well, yeah, because you know how to use them. Yeah. This is like how I used to play with my Niners. It's just like if I know their strengths and weaknesses, so it's like they're an interesting team. So
yeah, but I mean, we're 0-2. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm gonna say this one little quick thing. I know y'all hate the Warriors and shit like that, and I'm not a fan, but I'm always amused when they take a team soul at their home court.
Oh, they got their soul took on.
No, I know. Yeah, last night, but what's it called? Was it the Friday game?
Yeah.
And
then Utah.
No, dude. I turned the game on.
Joseph or whatever his name is.
Well, yeah, it was.
Joseph. It's not.
The
Yorgich
center
or something. The center.
Urepko.
There you go.
Yeah. I just remember I turned the game on. I'm like, oh, they're down by 15. I was about to turn it on to Netflix, and I'm like, let's see what happens. And lo and fucking behold, them motherfuckers came back, and that's what I always say about the damn Warriors, man. If you gonna beat them, you better put your foot on their neck and make sure they don't breathe, because when they breathe, they will take your soul. Yeah.
Sunday Night Denver did it,
Sunday night, they got batted the shit out of that ball. Shit out of the
Said, put your foot on their throat and we're not gonna stop.
Die! Why can't you just die? So word to Two-Face. That's when he was like, die! And he's breathing. Oh, you're dead. And then just look at you and we be back.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. They're just that team, man. Just fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, basketball in general, like you don't know how happy I was on Wednesday night when I turned, and because League Pass is free the first week. You don't know how happy I was when I turned that motherfucker on, and I just had my choice of all these beautiful games to watch this beautiful sport that we call basketball, and I was just like,
they're full fledged on this.
Man. Like this, I watch games I didn't even care to watch. I just watched it because I was just. Happy. And then I saw the fucking Knicks were beating the hell out the Hawks, and I was like, what the hell is this?
Well, I mean, they're the Hawks. Right?
Then I remembered it was the Hawks, and I was like,
exactly.
okay, all right. Because then they went up against the Nets, and they got their ass handled. Kemba Walker, though. Kemba Walker looks nasty so far. Even though they 1-1, or at least 1-1 last time I checked. Yeah. His crossover is still nasty.
Well, I mean,
he got to get out of Charlotte, man. Bro. He got to get out of Charlotte. He got to He got to go somewhere. But going back to the Ball family, so
what's up with your boys, man?
Well, this is again. I don't get into cats and what they prefer or accidentally prefer in the bedroom. Like that's not I don't care. You know what I mean? Like that's not my game. The reason why I put this up is not because it has to do with the Ball family, but because to me this is the counterproductive shit that puts people in harm. So you have this transgender Marina Fuentes who is basically been on IG talking about she's gonna leak her sex tape with his brother LiAngelo. And basically this is just a way to stunt on his current girlfriend and his ex-girlfriend to basically say like I'm the main course. Mm-hmm. But the thing of it is that how is it that these, and I'm not saying these people in this way, I'm talking about these people who are constantly using this as a bait to get clicks and to shame people. How is it that you fight all this time to be like, we just want to be accepted. We just want to be accepted. Like, don't call me a man. Like, I'm a woman. But then you'll immediately run back and use the fact that you were a man to embarrass somebody. Yeah. That's counterproductive to me. That puts a lot of people who, again, live your life. I don't care. That puts them at risk and in harm's way. Because now you have an absolute bias. When people are doing this, you're thinking like, okay, and you unintentionally are thinking, but it happens. Yeah. You're thinking, okay, what's the setup? There's some like, and that's how you get situations where people find out they slept with somebody who was once the same sex, and they end up they kill them. Yeah. So I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this person like, how could you do something in this sense? And even going with the Young Buck shit. Like we haven't talked about that.
I haven't touched that. I immediately always scroll right through it.
Like the situation with that, like first of all, I wasn't concerned with what he was doing. I was concerned with like, damn, how do you keep getting caught with a fucking phone call, my nigga? Seriously. Everywhere you go, there's a fucking recorder.
They always have the recorder on them. First 15 and this and that. Like
that was my main concern. It wasn't the fact like, oh my god, Buck sleep. I was sleeping with people who have transitioned. Yeah, it wasn't that. It was, my nigga, how do you keep falling for this trap, bro? Like, you supposed to be Young Buck from Cashville. Come on, man. But yeah,
I got nothing to say
on that one, bro.
Yeah. The whole situation itself is like, I don't understand how you want to be accepted claim to be accepted. Don't call me a man, or in some cases, don't call me a woman. I'm not that anymore.
Right.
But then when it's time
to finesse y'all.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
that's what it comes down to.
I was a man.
Okay, I was.
Yeah.
No, it's called finessing. That's what it comes down to. They're just finessing. Yeah. Going to hell.
And like a famous poet once said, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
But what does make sense, this motherfucking G League move.
Yeah, you were really happy about this.
Yeah.
Nah, this is a big
move.
Fucking move.
And even though it's in the preliminary steps,
it's still there.
Like, this is the sacrifice that LeVar made.
I'm not saying that. I was really about to say that.
And I'm not saying it to big up LeVar, be like, this, what he did with the JBA was the best thing, because even that has a lot of flaws. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, LeVar made the sacrifice, showed that you don't need to go to the NCAA to do it. He put a product out there. The NBA, because the G League is NBA, the NBA paid attention to that and was like, you know what? It's about that time.
Yep. So
the G League's president, Malcolm Turner, had told ESPN that they're implementing a professional path starting this next offseason, going to the 2019-2020 season, where they're going to be offering certain contracts. They're going to be limited. Mm-hmm. So they're basically for those high-profile high schoolers.
Yeah, the fucking prodigies.
Yeah, the ones...
The grown-ass men.
Right.
The LeBrons of the world.
LeBron, superhumans.
Though they're going to have $125,000 contracts. Now, the average contract for a G League player is, for 5 months, is $35,000. To me, that's great. 5 months, $35,000. Before taxes, $7,000 a month. And that's not including the amenities that you have, the access to everything that comes into it, because these are the minor league teams for the pro teams.
Yeah.
It's great. Now, the thing of it is that, again, they're going to be limited. One thing they made clear is they're not going to be targeting young men that have already committed to the NCAA.
That makes sense.
So once they've already, they're backing off. It's like, you know what, it is what it is.
If I was, keep going.
Now the plan is to get a few starting into next year, start getting them in rotation and seeing how it plays out. Again, this isn't going to be the jump from the get where it's like the NCAA is done. Because you got to remember, the G League is the league where you're staying in basic hotels, sometimes even motels.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You're on the road for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Whereas the NCAA, they still have that attraction. They got their own private plane. Yeah. They stay in the high-end places.
Sounds like an OVO flyout.
Right. But if you're willing to get your hands dirty and go that route.
I mean, it's kind of like the, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like the minor leagues in baseball.
Exactly.
It's exactly what it is.
It's real like low level, but
you get that experience.
You can get there. You can get there.
And you're getting paid.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, not only are you getting paid, you can make money off your likeness. So autographs, the jerseys.
We ain't going to dock you for that.
Right. The sneakers can now come in and you can start rocking. So you could be making, your contract could be $125,000.
And if you want a nice hotel, use your money. Use all that.
I mean, I know there's only one LeBron, right? Whatever. But if you got that type of talent, I'm pretty sure Nike will take a look at you and be like,
exactly.
Let's just give this guy a contract before
now,
he makes it to the
I was the NCAA, I'll be looking at the NBA like, you motherfuckers.
Well, they're looking at it. They're actually looking at them.
Really?
They're looking at them like you're helping us.
Yeah.
Because what's happening is you got to remember, college ball, as much as I've trashed college ball, their product has also been diluted because of this one and done rule. Because you got players coming in, and you got to remember, college is all about tradition.
Yeah.
And players are there. It's really about the coaches. That's what makes the whole thing disgusting in terms of not paying the players. Because the players or the coaches can make X amount of dollars and they can leave and sign new contracts at any given time. But a player can't make shit, and when they transfer, they have to wait a full academic year before they even hit the court or the field.
Yeah.
So from that instance, that's where it is. But in other terms, I like college ball for the traditional sense that they have. Now, the point in that is, what ends up happening is the G League in the future is going to be helping them because you can possibly get some of these players to get out, and you get some of these new college players that are going to be sticking around for the long term for the NCAA. So now you have a program with familiar names for 2 to 3 years. The coaches can develop them, and you have that kind of jazz. And then, of course, you don't have to sell anybody on March Madness. March Madness sells itself.
Exactly.
Like, that's the one time.
So pretty much everybody wins.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just going to take time to get there because the NCAA is still going to have the NCAA, and for all intents and purposes, is going to have a dominant head start over the G League because, again, they have access to the planes.
Yeah.
And
it's more attractive.
The OVO flyout.
Overall, it's more attractive.
And because the thing is, too, is you got to remember, CBS gets to show them.
But you won't get paid.
But you don't get paid. Whereas, I think the biggest thing in addition, I mean, obviously getting paid for the G League is That's the attractor. To me, what gets attracted to the most is that they get access to all these facilities, and remember, some of these G League players end up signing these 10-day or the double-way contracts.
Yeah.
Where they'll play one day with the G League, and then 2 days later they go up and they ride the bench for the NBA team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting access to both. In that's to me, that's experience that I don't care how much the NCAA throws at me. Like, if I'm ready to take my skill set to the next level, I want to be in the arena that's getting me ready for the next level.
For sure. Especially, like, I'm going back to what I kept saying, whatever. It's just, like, if you're a talent like Anthony Davis.
Right.
Or Cat. You know what I mean? Like, a talent like Cat. Not necessarily the heart. Nah, but like if you got that type of talent, like shit, why not?
Yeah,
you know, take a chance. You're already that good. You're better than everyone else.
Kyrie got hit. Kyrie
Magic beat the Celtics.
Yeah,
you stupid fuck.
Yeah, Kyrie has. I did not know his hair is just that long now. It's crazy.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He's trying to be like Kobe.
Yeah.
Oh, he
like seriously. He's really trying to be like Kobe.
That's Baby Mamba.
Yeah.
Also, he's trying to take niggas' souls now.
And I say that with the utmost respect. I love Kyrie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying anything malicious.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's legit. Baby
I don't like
Kobe.
the Celtics, but Kyrie's been.
He has a lot to prove. Like I keep saying, man, everyone always talks about the block. They never talk about the shot.
Yeah,
that's. I think that's what got
me. To me, it's the trifecta. It's the block, the shot, and the defensive play by Kevin Love.
Yeah, I know you always say that.
It's the whole. All three of them had to hand in
lost, though.
Yeah, but when we talk about the overall picture, what do we keep seeing?
It's the block.
Yeah. We never talk about the shot over the MVP.
Right.
That pissed me off. Like, man, fuck you. I'm going to Boston. That's what happened.
That was the
fuck he did.
That's what,
we gonna lose again? We lose him again? Okay, we're going to Boston.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on with the attorney?
So remember the sneaker scandal with the college players?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the attorneys for one of the reps of the guys is saying that Kansas head coach Bob Self was actually aware of one of the $20,000 payments from Adidas.
Pay the kids, man.
That's cool. I'm pretty sure they all are. Like, all the coaches.
Well, you should have seen the transcript, I guess, from the text message.
What was it saying?
Where he was like, yeah, because, we got to be, it's not like North Carolina or Duke isn't doing it.
So he done dry snitch.
But if you didn't know that already...
Yeah, I mean...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Pay the kids!
I mean, we've gotten to a point where... I forgot who said it. This story was like the 7th big headline on ESPN. Like, Martin, remember like when stories used to come out when we were younger? Like, this was the story of the day. Now they like push it towards the back of the damn website.
Go to Twitter.
They don't care about it.
Just go to Twitter.
Yeah.
Pretty much just go to Twitter.
Yeah. So that's our G League and our college ball. Oh, on the football side, did you see that shit between Michigan and Michigan State? The pregame? Nigga.
I was hearing about it, but I didn't
was the pregame?
So
Harbaugh losing his mind?
No, it was actually Michigan State Michigan actually beat Michigan State in Michigan State.
That's such a Harbaugh shit to do.
Like that was actually a statement game for them to get. But what happened was Michigan was in the middle of their walkthrough. Michigan State linked up and walked through their walkthrough.
Ooh, that's disrespectful.
Yes, no, I saw a little clip when dude was he ran into somebody. Like,
yeah,
it almost
so he walks through the walkthrough. So now some of the Michigan players are pissed off and they're going at their John. One of the players goes to the midfield and literally starts cleating the damn Spartan. Just cleat.
Wow.
Like, fuck your couch, nigga.
Some fuck your couch shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought, damn, that's some I saw Michigan won.
Yeah, and then the game happened, and Michigan literally ran the ball all over them.
Yep,
they won, I think, 21-7.
Yeah, Harballed it, and I saw the fucking like the locker room celebration. I don't know if you saw it, but Harbaugh was just celebrating with them and saying, I don't know, they were chanting something, but it just pissed me off.
Yeah, and then Clemson won. So this is not what happened on the football field; it's what happened afterwards. Clemson won. A party took place out in Clemson. And then next thing you know, in the building, the whole fucking second floor just collapses.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. The clubhouse.
And literally bodies all over the place. Just laid out.
That's
people from.
It was hella serious, but no one died.
Yeah, thank God.
Still crazy.
Yeah,
no, I saw someone on Snapchat. He was just like, "Yo," I said, "Well, I ain't having no party at my house no more."
Yep.
then other guy was like, "Yo," still filming. Like, "Oh, y'all niggas filming and not calling 911."
That was my thing. I was like, anybody gonna call 911?
That shit happens all the time.
Happened on Triple X.
Yeah.
But
it's
anyway,
like when I don't know if you ain't seen it, so I ain't gonna say it. I don't know if you've seen it.
I probably have.
Young Noble
Nope.
He shot a video recently, and it's of everybody that's like just video watching while he's shot laid out on the ground rapping.
Oh
no, it's not real. It's a music video.
It's for a music video.
Yeah,
Noble. Yeah. Damn.
But I was watching, and I was like, and then that was the first video I thought of. I was like, I will say that about Pac. He taught them young niggas right. Like the moves they've made musically, like if you actually paid attention, they've still done stuff aside from the Still I Rise album being on Death Row.
Yeah.
Everything else, for the most part, is pretty much in line with what Pac would have wanted.
Yeah.
So I give him that.
Yeah, that's Pac's D12.
Yeah. Now we get into football, and some shit happened right before we went on air. So first, there was a report.
Some shit happened.
Rose Bomb it's the Schefters.
It's the Schefters.
It's the Shefties.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Adam Schefter reports that Patrick Peterson, of course, the All-Pro cornerback from the Cardinals, he went to the front office, was like, "Yeah, you need to deal me by the October 30th deadline."
Mm-hmm. So get the I want out. Yeah. Fuck y'all. Y'all trash.
So that was
desperately.
I ain't watched football much, but even I've seen highlights of what they've been doing, and I'm like, ugh.
It's hard to even call them highlights.
Yeah. Well, they're highlights, all right. Bad. They're highlights for the other team.
Well, yeah.
But then, game tape just to be roasting them. Yeah, but also
then what happened was,
Gruden just, the Raiders don't have a bye week, but they're gonna find a way to catch an L.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got 2 of them.
Remember what I said? I had said, I guess I can understand why you trade Khalil, because now you're trying to make space to pay Amerie.
Nope.
Yeah. Nope. Amari Cooper been traded to the Cowboys for a first round pick. Now, on first glance, I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's fucking stupid, because what the hell was the point of trading Khalil Mack? And even then, I'm still looking at that like that doesn't make any sense.
Still doesn't make sense.
Nope.
The deal itself actually does make sense.
And
that was after about an hour or two of actually thinking and reading reports and seeing what exactly it was. And I was like, all right, that actually does make sense. Now you've added a third pick into the mix. The Cowboys still likely aren't going to do anything because they still have holes they got to fill.
They got rid of Bryce, too. That was fucked up.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. So Bryce, of course, had just got back with the team. But to make the roster, make it work, they had to cut Bryce.
Hey, at least he got some checks. At least he got some money.
I won't be surprised if, I never want to say it as if I'm hoping on it, because you never want to wish a player gets hurt. But it's football. It happens. Chances are it's going to be a 3 or number 4 receiver on the depth chart that goes down in the next few weeks.
That's probably what they told him.
Yeah.
And, hey, Bryce, come on back.
Yeah.
But from the standpoint, Dallas really isn't. I've talked with my Cowboys friends, the Cowboy fans that are friends. They don't really see them doing much. This really didn't do much for them except put Dak on the clock to get his shit together. Mm-hmm. So which means they're still looking at possibly missing the playoffs and having a first round pick.
Nah, it's still possibly, man.
I mean, yeah, because the East is still.
I'm a Niner fan.
The East is open.
I understand, me too, motherfucker, but still,
you gotta join my game.
Look, listen, the Redskins are in the lead.
Join my
Think
game.
about that for a second.
Let me troll in peace, man.
Man, nah.
Alex Smith is in the lead.
Hey,
yeah,
good for him.
Do you trust that?
How often does that happen?
Shit.
Exactly.
He was in the lead with the Chiefs. Ain't nobody give a fuck about that.
Man, what's his name again? I keep leaving the Kansas City quarterback. Mahomes. Oh man, that dude was the most exciting player. They whooped the shit out them niggas last night.
You know what was fucked up though? That was the Sunday night game that they flexed for our game.
Yeah.
Well, would you rather have everyone see us get our ass whooped?
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it anyways. If you looked at Facebook after the game, I mean, shit, it was bad. Like, it was just bad.
I heard the Rams whooped y'all ass with defense like the first quarter and a half.
Yeah.
And then after that, they were like, oh, yeah, okay, now let's let the offense go.
Yeah.
So either way, it was going to be a blowout. So either way, it was going to be a blowout game anyway. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, they could have put
the Warrior game was more exciting than that one. Let's put it to you that way.
Now, what was exciting was that Carolina and Philly game.
Yeah.
I heard. I didn't watch it, but I heard.
It was tight.
Well, Eric Reed was involved with that, so that was already an attention draw because of Malcolm Jenkins and that shit. So, of course, remember, we reported on this earlier in the year. Remember the whole shit, or maybe it was even last year.
Someone snitched.
The coalition stuff with with Malcolm Jenkins when they felt like he had sold him and Kaepernick out. Mm-hmm. He didn't forget.
Nope.
Because when the captains were going to midfield, Eric Reid ain't a captain. He was walking the midfield.
He wanted to make sure he saw Malcolm Jenkins.
And he got up in Malcolm Jenkins' face and let him know how he felt about it.
He
normally
really got him in his face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Normally I wouldn't agree with it, but who am I to judge another man for being upset with something that he felt went the other way? Now, I saw a highlight during the game where he pretty much wrestled Carson Wentz to the ground.
Suplexed his ass.
And then Zach Ertz got pissed off and he ran towards him. So he body slammed his ass to the ground too.
Yeah, suplexed his ass. I saw that.
And then to finish out the WWE promo-like activity, he gets to the locker.
Oh, man.
And they ask him straight up, okay, so what was going on with Malcolm Jenkins? Eric Reid told him, I believe Malcolm's capitalized on the situation. He's a capitalist Nazi.
Yeah, he's a sellout.
He co-opted the movement that was started by Colin to get his organization funded. It's cowardly, and he sold us out.
Yeah.
And that was that.
Well.
And again, if you feel that way, I'm not going to tell you was wrong. But Jenkins came back and rebutted. And he basically was saying, look, Eric Reid, I consider him and guys like him heroes. He's somebody I root for, and I'm not going to go into that.
Mm-hmm.
Which tells me, you likely guilty.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That.
You snitch.
Meanwhile, Cap's still helping out with Eric's young household, watching the kids.
Cap is still working out. He looking for a team. Jacksonville looking for somebody. Giants looking for somebody. Niners looking for somebody. But
I'll tell you who Cap ain't looking out for.
He ain't looking out for Brittany Renner's flights. That's some gangster.
Round of applause to a king right here.
That was some straight G shit when I read this.
Round of applause to a king. I had to reread this headline and I was like, first of all, he didn't make her do nothing. She chose to do that.
Yeah.
Unless you for the cause, I'll fly you out. You gotta get out of here yourself then.
Yeah. Brittany Renner recently released her book, Judge This Cover, which I don't know if you've seen the cover.
I'm judging it.
It's her curvaceous ass body, just there naked. So you can already tell what kind of book that's going to be. But in the book, she says that while she was getting at Colin, or Colin was getting at her in the DM, however it was going down, she says she wanted to fly out. He's like, all right, well, let me know when you get here. And she's like, you're not going to get my flight? And he's like, I got to see if it's about me. Like, you just ain't going to be coming out here like that. And of course, he's on his rookie contract at the time.
That's when he was cocky.
Yeah, was way back then?
That was when he was cocky, Cat. That's... Yeah.
Right, so
was that when he was getting
bicep kisser?
Yeah,
bicep kiss. He can still do it though if he comes back. He'll still do it. He's still gonna do it.
So
he probably might take a knee.
She obliged
too.
Yeah. She obliged,
and then do it.
Yeah, she caught the flight. She got the business, and of course she gonna ask. So what does this mean? He gonna hit her with the gangster shit. You know what this is.
You gotta sound like a kid, bro. You gotta sound like a kid. You know what this is?
Like, I needed another reason to, to like Cat.
Yeah,
like,
if you just need another reason.
Shit.
And then she left, and then he ghosted her. And then found himself, and then, the whole situation with Nessa, and then became radicalized.
No, we're not gonna talk about the whole... And what's his name? Bolt? Not Antoine.
Yeah, because Alden.
Alden?
Yeah.
The whole Alden shit? Yeah, y'all do your Googles on that one.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it enough.
Yeah. And let's see, for the Super Bowl...
Well, no, before that, I don't know if you saw what she was doing on Twitter.
She's fucking crazy, dog.
She's wild, bro.
I can tell. I just don't pay attention to wild bitches like that.
She's wild.
Anyway, shout out to Rihanna because... what else?
She was saying she was flying motherfuckers out.
Well, you want to get flown out and you want Rusted the Killer?
No.
Okay,
I don't
then.
Get flown out. I want the damn lotto money.
That's what you need. There you go. Anyway.
I wasn't bringing that up because I want to fly out.
I don't want to fly from that crazy bitch. I was bringing
up the fact that she was doing it.
I don't want to fly out from that crazy bitch. That's too good to be true. That's one of them. I'm going to get killed. Everything that's
somebody in them DMs hard.
I've been hoping.
That whole story going up on Twitter is going up in the movies in 5 years.
She did all that shit for attention, man. Anyway, if y'all remember about who's performing at the damn Super Bowl, Maroon 5, and everyone's mad about it, which, I don't mind it, but that wasn't their first choice. Maroon 5 was the last choice, because the first choice was Rihanna. Rihanna wanted it, but she said no, because she's standing with Cap. Applaud her for that.
Yeah.
Second choice was Pink. Said the same shit.
Really?
Yes.
Let the applause play out
about that one.
Yeah. Pink was next.
So now we know why Maroon 5 is performing.
And with Cardi B and Travis. So, better hope.
I mean, Cardi, she just needs that exposure, man.
She has enough exposure.
Not that she needs it. I misspoke. She don't need it, but I mean, Shit, why not?
Why not?
Why not, man? I mean? She said, I want my own set. So, hey, man, for perform Bodak Yellow and all that other stuff.
Working at the Super Bowl.
Twerking at the Super Bowl. Just don't get banned. Just don't get banned. Just don't get banned like Janet.
That kind of fits.
Fits perfectly as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
That was another thing. I didn't understand why people were... So her performance at the BET Awards, dope performance. I didn't understand why people were so caught up in the fact like, oh my God, she's out there twerking, it's amazing. I'm like, you do realize that she has said many times that she is a former stripper. Yeah. And this is what she has prided herself in being able to...
JC, you think too logically with people.
I understand.
In the words of Pusha T, motherfuckers are dumb.
You just gotta still ask, like, were you paying attention?
Look at who our president is. Do you think people pay attention?
I mean...
No. What? Justin Crawford.
Yeah, this is some sick shit.
I don't know what to say to this. I don't know how you found it.
Because it got plastered. I was looking at something for the... I forgot why I was even looking at the Falcons. But then it got plastered all over, so I went and researched it, and I was like, this is a sick-ass motherfucker.
So let's talk about it. No.
Well, it's not to... It's not to talk about it, to go into detail. It's just to highlight to call him a sick-ass motherfucker. So,
bastard.
He was a former running back at West Virginia. I think he played at least the preseason. I don't know if he was on the roster. This is rookie year. Either way, he's done. Because he got arrested for engaging in sexual activities with a 12-year-old. Comes to find out, I don't know if I read this right because it says incest. So I'm like, but wait a minute, it's not his sister or cousin. Which means it would be his wife's cousin. Because it says that the wife came downstairs and they were in... He was in the fridge. His pants were kind of sagged. She noticed something was wild, and then that's when she came up. But then she reported it. They caught him, and he admitted to it.
Die.
So I didn't want to get into detail with it. I just put it on it just to say that's
next.
That's why I brought that up.
Yeah, next.
But then it actually correlated with what happened today because this story I caught last week. What happened today? For those who don't remember. Wide receiver Ray Caruth. Ray Caruth 20 years ago got sentenced to 18 years of manslaughter because his side chick got pregnant and he thought instead of just going through with it, telling his girlfriend or wife and just paying out the child support, it was better to hire a hitman and kill her.
Yeah.
Well, damn.
Genius.
Well, what ended up happening was...
I mean...
Yeah, I'm about to say, make sure you clarify. Don't say genius.
Now, okay, well, I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, just make sure.
What ended up happening...
Or for the most part.
What ended up happening is that, although they did kill her, the baby survived. But what happened is the baby is obviously handicapped because he lost air for a good period of time. He is now, I believe, 17 or 18?
I don't know.
He's one of the two. Mm-hmm. But... Even, I think, a year ago, Ray Caruth was like, I would hope to have a relationship with the child. And even then, I was just like,
you
bruh.
Sick motherfucker.
Yeah. So now we get to a year later. He's been released. As of today, he's been released. He got into a car. The car immediately drove off. But he was quoted saying, I'm nervous just about how I'll be received in public. I still have to work. I still have to live. I have to exist out there, and it seems like there is so much hate and negativity toward me.
You don't say.
Really? Do you not think like
Pusha T? Motherfuckers are dumb. People are stupid to me. I love that quote that Pusha said. That's how I feel. 99.9% of the time, people.
Yeah, look,
he's part of that 99.9%.
He served his time. He's out. By all means, live your life, but don't be surprised at what you're getting back after what you put in 20 years ago.
Just don't go to the Panthers and say, "Hey, can I get my job back?"
Yeah. Well, he's long sure he's damn near 50 at this point.
Past that.
You never know.
Like,
motherfuckers are dumb.
Yeah.
Speaking of dumb.
So Justin Crawford, nasty ass motherfucker. Ray Caruth is.
How did we go to this? Now let's go to let's just go to a stupid motherfucker.
Well, we just did Ray Caruth.
No, Sean Fury.
Oh, the legend. The legend of Sean Fury.
Okay.
I just want to say I didn't know shit about this until I seen a video that you guys posted in the group chat today.
See,
then you made me watch about 4 more. I emphasize made me.
See, I saw his. Oh my god, why'd you use that picture, man? Okay,
Sean Fury.
I've kind of found him on Twitter, and I was kind of like, what the hell is this shit? So then one day I just tried to find out who his name, and his name is Sean Fury, and he was popular back in 2012. He kind of got viral for all the wrong reasons.
He was an Ice JJ Fish, for those who remember
Ice Fish.
Ice JJ Fish, yeah.
Was it JJ Ice Fish?
No, it's Ice JJ Fish.
Ice JJ Fish, whatever, but he just, man, he's one of those guys you just gotta look up. So after that, I watched some of his videos, and man, I laughed. I laughed very, very hard. And I had to send it to JC, because he had to see it too.
And the funny thing was, you sent it to me when Larissa and I were kicking it in bed. And, bro, when I tell you we spent the next 45 minutes watching those videos.
Yeah, you have to it's one of those, it's like The Room. It's so bad, you just can't help but just keep watching and keep watching. Because he really looks up to Michael.
Matter of fact, Martin, go to my Finder, because we're actually going to watch some of this live. Go to the Finder.
You downloaded the video?
Yeah. Alright, you just gotta go to S.
Oh, yeah,
Sean Fury.
I forgot what his name was for a second, my bad.
Yeah. Just that way, when the listeners are hearing this, they can hear what we're hearing. Okay, go to desktop. I might have put it in the desktop. Go to the desktop one.
Where we at?
We live, people.
No, you missed it.
Y'all should have had this. Y'all should have had this up. You know.
I know we should have had this ready to go.
Yeah.
Sean Fury.
Yep.
You got the biracial one?
We playing the video.
Yeah, we're playing the video.
All right, so this
we gonna watch the video.
Oh, man.
I gotta look.
Here we go.
Oh, biracial. Oh shit, the biracial girl. From what I heard, he doesn't even do music no more. From what I heard, he doesn't do music no more.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I heard
very good.
He's working now and taking care of his kids.
Yeah,
with his Mexican girlfriend.
With his YouTube money.
What if he still? Yeah, he probably still gets residuals for it.
Yeah. Oh, here he goes.
Is it still recording us?
Yeah. Oh, here he goes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. Enjoy this, listeners. Listen.
Oh my god.
Oh, you gotta watch the video. You can't just listen. He's getting these dance steps. Yeah. Oh yeah. She's biracial.
She's biracial. Oh my god, this is the video. You picked this video.
Yes.
Because you're biracial?
In a biracial world.
Is this what happened when your mom met your dad?
No. That's not what happened.
I'm just saying.
No, this isn't why I picked it. Why I picked it is because of the tug of war.
My God. I want y'all to just listen to some singing.
She thinks the world gone mad. She say she has to choose one side.
What the hell?
She knows the harm in choice. She won't go
What the fuck?
ever do it, never prove
Oh, he listens to too much Michael.
He did that Usher set though.
He listens to a lot of Michael. He listens to a lot of Usher.
Look at how he getting it in that. What is that? Oh no, that's the sweater. I was gonna call it a cardigan.
Doing the whole pop.
Getting that checker sweater.
I regret even sending you this shit now.
Hey, if we had to listen, I had to listen to it. The listeners. See, this is the thing. You sent this to me a while back.
Yeah, I know.
Now was the perfect time to reintroduce it. Diamond Pearls.
I will say this, man. The instrumentation is actually pretty nice on this track.
Well, that's the thing. That's why
this one.
Yeah, no.
Like,
He has it
With
here.
him and Ice JJ Fish, they actually got some good instrumentation and they're actually pretty good writers. Oh, see, look, the tug of war.
damn it, we missed it.
No, it's coming back.
He's really trying to be like Usher,
Look at
dog.
the struggle pop.
Struggle pop.
Struggle pop.
Look at the tug of war.
Damn, that's a vicious game of tug of war, bro.
I wonder if his shit's on fucking Spotify.
Well, she don't even want to be involved with this shit.
She's like, what the fuck is going on?
She doing this because she getting free KFC.
Wow, bro.
Oh, break it down. Listen to the reverb, Martine. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. The delay.
What is it? This whole little Liberian girl wannabe ass nigga.
Biracial girl. And then he just pops up out of nowhere.
Like, dude, what the hell is going on? I didn't understand. Well, first of all, I don't understand none of this bullshit. But that part especially, I was like, what the hell?
That's his girlfriend. I'm pretty positive that's his girl.
I don't care if it is or not. What the hell she doing on the ground?
What's happening?
Like,
You're my.
Did you just wake up this morning and just really thought about it and said, I'm gonna look up these videos randomly?
No, not this morning. I didn't wake up and think about it. I had to go to work. It was too early. But as I was putting together the rundown, and I figured, damn, I'm really only gonna have it was kind of a slow week outside of the two major topics, which was the Joe Budden podcast and then the sports, particularly the NBA.
God,
right.
And then I was like, Sean Fury.
That nigga dancing like Michael.
Sean Fury.
That nigga dancing like you could tell. It's one of those you have to literally watch for yourself and suffer. So
he's got more too.
Oh, we should have watched the no. I'm surprised you didn't get the no one. Nope. You should have got that one.
We cannot put that on air. That's something for the listeners. They got to watch for themselves.
Yeah,
that's for that deep dive.
That's for that deep dive.
And then of course there's Rescue Me.
Yeah, that's your favorite.
No, Biracial Girl is my favorite.
But you made us watch Rescue Me.
Well, because you made us watch No.
That's how I feel. Good God.
Hey, man. I mean, it's just fuckery. Some days I like fuckery. Other times I don't. So I remember that night seeing it. I was just laughing. Motherfucker really looks up to Michael. I can tell you that. Because all the music, the instrumental, how he sings, I can tell he listens to a whole lot of Michael.
Which was the one where he got the nigga to moonwalk, but he wasn't actually moonwalking?
I don't know.
A Thriller.
A Thriller. Not Thriller.
Not
A
Thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That nigga's
He was
weird.
wearing a belt
ladies and gentlemen,
his chest, man.
I think it's probably 50 right now. So if you hear this, Sean Fury, it's out of respect, I guess.
Admiration. It's admiration,
No comment.
I hope he don't take us down. If you do, I'll go look for you.
He did have a song about the haters, bro.
Yeah, he did. Hey,
you know what I mean? So
He did,
I
man.
better,
Damn haters.
Stay in my place, I guess.
Damn haters. There's some
critics.
Damn critics.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, speaking of, some music did drop, man. I only cared about one of these. I didn't care about the rest.
I mean, music dropped and it actually kind of sounded on the same level as Biracial.
Wow.
Yeah.
I won't say Future and Juice WRLD sounded that. It was just
No, I did it. No. It did it. But the ones I was talking about, we're not talking about those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so let's just get to the one I care about. And that was Jessie Reyez. Yeah, Jessie Reyez. Mm-hmm. Being Human in Public. Has only 7 tracks, but she's counted as an album. I guess Kanye started her wave. But I remember hearing about her, but I never listened to her until she popped up on Kamikaze.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, she has a decent voice. I liked her flow. I liked how she was rapping, singing and shit. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to it. So when the album dropped, I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to it. Off jump, Saint Nobody. That was fire to me. I was like, okay. And then Apple's Juice and Sola, she even sings in Spanish on Sola as like acoustic and shit. But from Fuck Being Friends to Dil Yessi to Imported and Body Count with
Normani and Kalani.
Straight fire. I put this on to some of my homegirls. Like, I don't know. I kept revisiting this album. This album is really, really fucking dope.
It's cool. She definitely has her own sound.
Mm-hmm.
I would give her that. Her writing is good.
Oh, yeah.
I had a hard time connecting with it on the first 2 listens, but that's not to say it might just be a situation where she's personally not for me. Mm-hmm. But she's far from trash. Like she has a lane. She's something
dope.
going.
Well, yeah, she's fucking dope, man. This is just her album. She released an EP, I think, last year. But yeah, y'all gotta watch out for her. And everybody else, y'all get it when you fit in.
Right.
I mean, Future and Juice WRLD was kind of decent. I mean, Nicki actually dropped a pretty decent verse on Transformer.
She did.
She actually did.
Well, see, here's the thing. The Juice WRLD and Future shit, I was like, nah. I mean,
It's biracial.
Nah, it's... To me, it's like the biggest step backwards from KOD.
Yeah, it is.
Like, legit the biggest step backwards.
Especially how Future fucking promoted it. It was all the drug use.
And that was the thing. Like, I saw the trailer for it, and I was like, I'm not fucking with that. I don't feel that.
Yeah, that was stupid. And when he even doesn't do it himself, it's like, come on, bruh. Whatever. What's her name? Khalid dropped an EP. What do you think about that shit?
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it.
What about him?
So he already dropped the single for Better. So we're already familiar with that. Mm-hmm. Then he starts getting into his Spanish bag.
Oh,
on Suncity.
Well, he's from Texas, right?
Mm-hmm. El Paso.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Overall, though, so with Jessie Reyez, everybody knows how I feel about the EPs and all that, right?
Album EPs. Album That's EPs. What they are now. Thanks to Kanye.
Well,
and Pusha,
as we have transitioned into a new era. So have I. So that means that I'm no longer looking at EPs versus albums. I'm just looking at them as projects now because the thing of it is that...
Try telling you.
Well, it's not about trying to tell me. It's that it's the same way how you felt. Well, if it's on the Billboard, it's an album, not a mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's moving with the times. That's all it is. You still haven't moved with the times on that.
Well, maybe it's the truth.
See?
Go on.
Yeah, see? But... the thing of it is that Suncity was actually a really good project, just all the way around. It had one interlude, which was perfect. I mean, technically two because of the intro, but other than that, I enjoyed it. It was cool.
If that's one thing, she came back.
Amerie came back.
Amerie, but I didn't listen.
When I seen this on the
she came back viciously.
People say she didn't have that bounce flow. She was more like
damn that
R&B.
Damn that. This was quality R&B. As soon as Curious came knocking through, bro, I was like, oh,
that's what we doing.
Oh, this R&B. Oh, for sure. We in this thing. And then 4 a.m. in Mulholland, which of course is the title track from the first half. Because I guess this is a double disc. She just released it as two separately different projects.
Oh, that's cool.
4 a.m. in Mulholland, that track, yeah, that's it. And then you have what was it? Give It Up, and then Just Saying on After 4 a.m. I mean, altogether, it's 13 tracks, 44 minutes.
I was just gonna say, how come it isn't compiled into one?
Right,
album?
I think she was doing the E40 Nelly.
Even then, it's only 7 and 6. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of ridiculous. Like,
so is there a different sound? Are there different sounds on both?
Actually, at all, you can play them
right
after the other, and everything flows into it.
That's kind of stupid, in my opinion. Like the whole EP thing, I don't have a problem with them. I like EPs.
Same here.
But when you're releasing 2 and they only got 13 total tracks and like you said, 44 minutes, that's kind of a waste.
I don't know how. Like again, I usually would agree with you, but the fact the music is really good.
Oh no,
I don't care.
But he's looking from an artistic side.
Yeah, like
from the artistic, yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
That's my only gripe about it, but I mean I haven't listened to it, so
yeah, like I would usually gripe about that. But here's my thing: if your music's good, there's really not much for me to gripe about. Like I could get over that, and that's pretty much what this was for her. Like 2 dope projects that got dropped. That was really one.
Okay, but like my only question, right? If you put them together,
it'll be an album.
That album, how would you rate that album? You know what I'm saying?
No,
as compared to,
I've already put it into one playlist. Yeah, I just got to find a picture to put onto it, like just to, you know.
No, that makes sense.
Somebody else.
But no, get that Amerie. Like that was
good. This other chick really surprised me. Well, she didn't surprise me. I got to be in the mood. Summer Walker.
I was mad with this.
You were mad in what way?
Look at the length of these tracks.
Yeah. Oh. This is like one big fucking tease, and then have I think like 3 of these are skits.
Yeah.
Legit, you know how they used to give out like those CD samplers? There's like a sampler album.
Yeah, it was. And it was straight R&B, but it was a cock tease.
Yeah.
She gave y'all blue balls with this. To me, I gotta be in the mood for it. It was too R&B.
Yeah, Summer Walker, she lost me on that. Not because the music wasn't good. It was just way too short. And then again, these are just regular skits. And I think in 2 of the songs, they're actually like 45-second songs, and then it goes into the remainder is a skit.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so there's that. Brent Faiyaz dropped.
EP.
And the Lost EP was dope. The very first track is one of those tunes where you just can't help but sing the lyrics over and over again. Which is, pardon me, LORD, why is it so hard out here for niggas like me?
Damn.
Yeah, and of course, if you're familiar with Brent Faiyaz, he does it in such a melodic way where it's you just get lost in his voice, really.
Sauce.
Yeah.
And he does that for 6 tracks, and I like Brent Faiyaz, man. He's
cool.
He's a good balance. Nice mix.
When I heard him on that Gold Link, I was like, all right.
Right.
Around me. So who's this one? I didn't listen to it.
So mō'zā-ik is a group I found when I was just kind of again, I didn't see Lil Yachty, or maybe I did, and I just put it in the back of my mind because I wasn't going to listen to it.
At all.
So I figured since this is actually a decent week for short projects in general. So I was like, okay, I got some time to listen to maybe 1 or 2 more things. I am going to take your word up. I haven't listened to the A Star Is Born soundtrack yet because I'm actually going to go see the movie today or tomorrow, or Tuesday or Wednesday.
See it tomorrow.
Well, it's my schedule.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just go see it.
So I'm waiting for that, but I'm listening to it this week.
I still
but
say
anyways,
just listen to the soundtrack, to be honest. But
well, no, see, my thing is I like seeing the movies first. Because even though Black Panther came out a week before, it still kind of threw me off because then, it's the mindfuck where it's like, oh man, you was telling me the whole damn movie the whole time.
Yeah.
Shit.
For real.
The soundtrack.
I was like, oh my God.
The soundtrack really does give away the movie. So,
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
So I was putting that to the side. But then I found this group, mō'zā-ik, and they had this album called Phony People. And I played it once, and it wasn't because I didn't like it. It was one of those ones where I put it in the background, kind of seeing, okay, maybe I'll catch something. And I caught more than something. Like, it was like, okay, hold up. This sounds way too good. I'm just going to let it play through, and I'm going to get back to this later on this week. These cats is good. And I even think, shout out to DJ Booth, I even think they did an article on these guys. Just basically talking about how you can either be the ones that clout chase, or you could be these guys with seemingly no names. And you can make some quality music to get people to stick with you rather than see you as a fad for today.
Right.
So shouts out to them. In general, I mean, outside of the Future and Juice WRLD, which
Jessie Reyez
had a few bops on it. I mean, I don't even like saying bops, but that's what it was.
It was.
Like, Fine China was cool. But
that's about it.
Like I really wasn't messing
I
with
didn't really care.
But round of applause to everybody else. Even Summer Walker, even though she pissed me off. Like
Jessie Reyez, though, man, that little Canadian chick, watch out for her, man.
Yeah.
She's going to be a problem soon.
Yeah.
Whenever she really decides to get in her bag, she's going to be a problem.
Right. Some mentions real quick, some more applause. I actually missed this a few months ago, but when I saw it, I was like, yeah, we got to give some shout out. New York was once again ahead of the curve when it comes to academics. I mean, if you remember, they were going to be teaching about depression for kids and
mental health.
Yeah, mental health and all that. Well, this past August, they recently told NYU School of Medicine that their tuition, which on average is $52,000 a year, is 100% covered for future students, current and future students, regardless of any needs. So even if you need it, if you didn't need it, it's all covered. And then in addition, you have companies like Google, Apple, and IBM.
Don't go to college.
Yeah, they are getting rid of the college requirement because as it is shown and we have learned over these past few years, that shit's just a scam to get you into heavy debt to then buy into this conglomerate of companies, and they're going to keep selling you on what we call or identify as this American dream, knowing damn good and well you really likely ain't going to get there.
You're going to be in a nightmare. So pretty much, if you got the skills, the skills, they'll hire your ass.
Exactly.
No matter what kind of degree or anything.
So shouts out to all those the companies, and then of course the school itself. I like stuff like that.
Yeah,
I definitely do.
Other little tidbits,
like shit that actually makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
definitely. We make sense on this show sometimes.
No, I'm talking about
people
when they make sense.
I know.
You know
I know what society.
Yeah,
the little tad bits. Cassie's single now after how many years?
10.
Yeah, Diddy put her to the side and got someone else, got another chick.
Somebody said he put her to AAA, which is
pretty much
the minors in baseball.
Only had one. Damn.
Yeah, speaking of baseball, there's a reason why we're not talking about the World Series. And that's because Martin feels the type of way about Los Dodgers. Los Dodgers. Yeah. The game one, they made it back to the World Series, so it's them against the Red Sox starting.
I don't know how we got there, but yeah, Cassie.
Well, because AAA, the minors.
Yeah, I feel it. I get it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Cassie's single now. She's posting little.
Do that shit though, didn't you?
Oh, I gotta fuck with you. When the Sharks get your hopes up too, I'm gonna throw that back into.
Yeah, God. And then I'm here just to throw the Lakers. Then I'm just be here to tell you that y'all need to beat the Monstars.
You're not the only one. I'm gonna send a text to Prince Soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't feel bad. You're not the only one. I mean, you just the one that got to deal with it every week.
Yeah, every single
up close and personal.
Every year with the Sharks. I'm like, come on, bro.
Hey, man.
You should know better by now.
Yo, my thing with this though is like, yo, come on, Puff, give Ryan Leslie his girl back, bro. Like,
no, he probably already moved on. So it's kind of
you
just
never
like,
move on from.
Nah, he moved on. From
I don't know
that.
if you paid attention to when all this stuff happened, when she signed that deal with Next Selection and Bad Boy. Ryan Leslie was hurt. He was hurt.
But then he got the last laugh in the end. Well, he didn't get his laptop back, but he got the last laugh.
Shit.
He get his
laptop. Kanye, well, unless he had to pay all that money.
Yeah, but at the same end, gave up his publishing. Yeah, I remember that. Well, shit, they both took an L.
Yeah,
he got the last laugh and a new bitch.
He put Cassie on the sideline for a model named Jocelyn Chu. I guess she's like a younger.
She's like a solid version. 8.
Yeah,
solid 8.
I ain't dropping Cassie from nothing. I mean, I'll drop her from the BET red carpet, but that's about it.
Man, you know how much dirt she has to have on Diddy, man. I bet you Diddy made her sign a non-disclosure. You shut the fuck up, or she's going in the trunk.
That's the thing. He ain't done fucking with her. He just told her like we chilling for now.
I'm gonna go out and have fun.
I'll be back,
and she gonna wait too.
Yeah.
Because when she gets, people are gonna get a new dude and everything, and Diddy gonna say he's gonna call her and say it's time, and that's all she's gonna say. It's gonna be like that fucking from Revenge of the Sith. Execute Order 66, and she's just gonna drop whatever she's doing and just go back to him.
She's gonna run back, and he already gonna have the room serenaded. She's gonna walk in. It's just gonna be Usher singing, "I need a girl to ride."
God. Whatever. Got a joke coming. I'm gonna throw that into the universe. Who else?
Throw it in. We might as well get it. We put Usher into the universe.
Nope. Anyway, Ashanti concert got canceled because only 24 people bought them damn tickets.
What kind of shit
and
is
you
that?
know, Ashanti's affiliated with mō'zā-ik and Ja Rule, so you knew who had to chime in.
Yep.
Mr. 50 Cent.
Yeah, so she took over, I guess, for Stony Brook University, their event, the Back to Brook event. I guess Tiana Taylor was supposed to headline, but she backed out the last moment. They brought Ashanti in. They just didn't publicize it that Ashanti was going to be there. So by the time they publicized it, everybody's like, who the fuck wanted her to come? We didn't want her to come. So it's how you end up only selling 24 tickets.
Yep.
50, of course.
Had to be Patty. He
took to Instagram, posted it, and said, well, you should just do basement parties. Then it can still feel like it's lit.
Damn, man, 50 just.
That is
I'm starting to figure out why he got shot 9 times. Because of shit like that, he just will not let it go.
Yo, you can say what you want about 50, but when 50 goes at you on social media, that's actually really good promo. If you really think about it. Because everybody pays attention to that.
Yeah. No, definitely.
And even when it's folks that, like, I mean, when you really get down to the gist of it, if you're like his peer, then yeah, it's disrespectful. If you're somebody that's just, you know.
But will you listen to his music?
From.
No, I'm talking about now. Will you still listen to it?
From Power of a Dollar to.
I'm talking if he drops a new album right now, will you go? Will you be encouraged?
What's the album that was supposed to drop?
Thug Angel, not Thug Angel.
No,
some
Angel. Pop, bro.
No.
What?
He has a song with some angel in it. Something Immortal.
Something Immortal.
Thug Immortal or some shit like that.
No, it was like Animal Immortal.
No, that was Animal Ambition. That's
yeah, but it was supposed to be Animal Immortal. That's for. But you know which one I was talking about.
Yeah, I can't.
If he drops it, I'll listen to it. Like, but he ain't gonna drop it. He's directing Power.
But I won't. Yeah, exactly. I won't.
50's more into social media. He's more into social media and other shit.
And calling 6ix9ine his son.
And trolling to be dropping music right now.
Well, he's always been trolling.
But now he's ultimately trolling now. He told Ja Rule, you sing too much, and then turn around and sing too much in his records.
Yeah, but that was a long ass. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's always been trolling. That was a long ass time ago.
So yeah, and finally, Brother Nature, man, you had to be fucking. See, I didn't see what happened, but apparently he started studying a little too much. And I guess he's been getting a lot of. If y'all don't know who Brother Nature is, he's that dude you see on the timeline just talking to animals and living his best life.
Yeah, with Carmella.
With his animals and shit.
The deer.
And he has other shit too. And he always shows himself. And
Squad. Chill. Yo, I remember the first time I saw that shit. That shit was funny as hell. It's still funny. We out here though. Squad. Chill.
So I guess he started flaunting a little too much, and I guess was in his Ferrari or something.
Too much, man. He didn't do shit. He was out here living his life.
Best life.
Having people was coming to him, giving him bags for little mini series shows.
So, but you know Black Twitter. You know Black Twitter. Yeah. When you get a little bit more successful, they're gonna try and get you. So what do? They searched on Twitter to see, what they can dig up. And when he was 12, 13, he was, I guess, tweeting out Our Future lyrics. And yeah, he was trolling super hard, and it was damn near racist. Well, it was racist.
It was. He said "Hail Hitler."
Hail Hitler, and I like white girls, and he tweeted out the Nazi sign. It was bad.
Sounds pretty horrible.
It was. At the same time,
he was young,
12,
and it was around.
I'm not gonna judge. I'm sorry. I've said this before. It's wrong. Yes. It's racist. I'm not going to judge a 12-year-old the same way I'm going to judge a 21-year-old.
For real. For sure. And also, this was around what era of Twitter? Like 2009 to 2000.
The official era, the only era that we recognize as where it was a free-for-all. People think now it's a free-for-all. No.
Nah, people are sensitive now. Back then, you would say the most wildest shit on Twitter, and you get away. I was part of that era. It was fun being on Twitter. No one was fucking emotional. No one was fucking in their feelings. Everyone was just having fun. Now people are in their fucking feelings and shit. People grew up. We live and we learn. But
yeah, but I mean, man, it seems like going to the Notes app is the official way to apologize.
Yeah, he already apologized.
Yeah, so I'm not going to read in. So basically, he said, I was 12, I was impressionable, I was seeking attention, I'm sorry. And this is the kind of apology I want to see.
That's what Arbor
owning up to it.
That's what Drake should have did.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what Drake should have did with his little notepad apology.
And he said it best right here. I apologize.
Explain shit.
Yeah. He said, I apologize for 12-year-old Kelvin and take total responsibility for my words. Everyone changes, everyone learns, and everyone makes mistakes. That's why I spread so much positivity with the platform I was given to be a role model for the kids. I hope that all my friends, fans, and followers truly understand and believe that I have evolved as a human being and I lead with love. I was a child and am now a man, asking you to accept the apology of a young boy.
The end. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck. I still fuck with Brother Nature.
He's gonna be okay off this shit.
Hey, come on,
Some
man.
people still want him out of here, which is kind of funny to me.
Yo, you get y'all asses out of here, because there's stuff in y'all closets that y'all don't want brought out.
This is how I feel about Drake fans sometimes. I just see the type. It's just so funny. I'm sorry to go back to it, but they were all praising Drake for being on the shop. They were all praising. Wow, someone just tweeted me right now. Did Drake take one of your hoes? Yes, he did.
Damn, they got a camera in here? Somebody live streaming this shit?
What the fuck?
Someone just tweeted that to me right now. Did Drake take one of your hoes? Yes, he did. And
send him a link of Sean Fury.
And he got herpes.
Bye, Rich.
Yeah, she got herpes. And he got that now. That's another layer. But, nah, but the fact was, like, they were all praising Drake for going on the shop and saying, call Kanye a snake and shit. And then when that picture came out that Pusha was going to be on the Joe Budden podcast, all of a sudden they switched up. Oh, why is he still talking about it? Oh, why are you still doing it? I'm like, are y'all serious right? Oh, you serious. Wow. Y'all niggas weird, man. You will fight to the death for him.
They're just moving the goalposts, man.
Too bad he won't fight to death for you.
That's real.
Anyway, so yeah, on that note, this was episode 109 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. Again, this is your boy Busby. You can follow me on the Twitter. At Mr. Busby408. You can follow me on Instagram at Mr. Busby. Follow the iLLogical Sense on social media too with at iLLogicalSP on Twitter and the at the iLLogical Sense on Instagram.
Of course, you can hit me at JCNoHunts all over all social media. And then again, hit me up on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Shouts out to Martine for actually giving us the link to put in the Instagram bio. It makes life so much goddamn easier. Good Lord. I put all my links on one page, so when you hit a link, you can go all there. Perfect. Yeah, shout out to everybody that keeps tuning into the Throwback Thursday series. Again, that'll be up again as regularly scheduled this week. And yeah.
You too, Martine.
All right, yeah, me too.
Martine.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, nah. Beats Be Killing. I'm on all social medias, and you can find me on all digital streaming platforms. Venomous, VNMS, and I also have that same link tree in my IG, and it has a link for every single digital streaming platform, so there's no excuse.
There you go.
Check me out.
Yeah. And before we leave, prayers up to Roman Reigns, man. Speedy recovery, man.
Yeah, nah,
leukemia,
definitely.
damn, that's serious, man. And also WWE, don't go to fucking Saudi Arabia. It's not looking good for y'all. Y'all just don't do it. That's all.
And once again, hit up Karina's track.
Oh, good at this.
Oh, good job.
Keep on for it. I mean, hey, it's seemingly sounds of it. It's starting to seemingly get a rotation.
It's getting rotation out here in the Bay, man.
Yeah.
That's my homegirl, man. I always believed in her, man.
That shit's dope.
Hell yeah. I haven't listened to it on the radio yet because I don't listen to the radio, but I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna try to listen. I was in an Uber and I told him to turn to KMEL, and I was just like, I was trying to listen for it, and after that, I got out the car. They didn't play it, and, and I was like,
yeah, I heard it. I mean, I don't know her personally or whatever, but like I actually heard it. And I was like, oh man, this shit's cool. Like it's not. not my style of music, because you heard my style.
Oh, I know.
What I mean, like,
I know her style too.
I respect it though.
I know her style too, and I know she can really rap when she feels like it.
I bet you got out the car and then that shit came on.
Yeah, knowing my luck.
He just fully got out, shut the door.
Then it came on.
There it is.
Uber driver's like, damn, this is good. I bet this is what this cat wanted to hear.
Then turned it off. Yeah. So it's good. See, I've known Karina for so long. She sent me that shit like months ago. So me hearing it, it's just like, oh, but now it's on the radio. Now everyone can fucking hear it.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to her.
I wonder what's gonna happen this week.
I don't know. What can happen? Something good has to happen. It's almost like a week before Halloween.
What were you saying? You said you were going to put something, just put it in the universe.
There's nothing, no, I forgot. It's gone now. Nah. When I do this shit, y'all can't see it, but when I do this and I throw it out, it's gone. It's in the universe, and maybe you'll bump into it. So when you walk out, you'll probably get it.
What can we put out into the universe?
Anyway, I hope the Niners win next week. That'll be nice. Oh, we have a bye, so yeah, that's a win. Fuck Jed York.
Well, next week is the Battle of the Bay, the final one.
Oh, what the fuck? Who's this nigga keep tweeting me? Let me quote him. Let's see, man. You gotta let this weird ass Drake obsession go. You're literally the only nigga I get ignored on the other side. You the weirdest nigga even on here. Get some help, nigga. Mr. Hashtag lowercase Y2 Dre. Well, you little fruitcake ass nigga, go fuck yourself. And that's where it ends.
Peace.